just realized something before I forget. Maybe if we can at some point, Connor, you have to teach me how to access Streamlabs. So I have to call out the bits and subs because that's going to be my job
That
come
is
Wednesday.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I also need to teach you how to use
Chat.
Stream Elements so we can stop using Streamlabs, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean, we know it sort of works for now. I'd rather stick with what we know before we switch, especially right now.
Hey.
But that's a conversation for a different time. Hello, chat.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Prince Division.
Should the streamers go?
Hey, chat man. What's up?
Like, my brain auto-translates hi everyone to hey everyone, and then I expect a Gaijin Goomba to follow it.
Gaijin Goomba here.
What in the world was that?
That was my stomach.
Oh.
I told you, I just ingested a crap ton of cheese. It doesn't really sit well sometimes.
I think you've done Therapod great honor, Sarah.
It was a lot of lasagna.
That's spaghetti, Pete. That's spaghetti cake.
Garfield nods.
Yes. I suppose that's the thing you could call it. That people don't.
Okay, I guess I'm a freak then.
We already know this.
That's what you can call it if you're a dork ass weirdo who doesn't know what lasagna is called.
Just get, number one, apparently you do. Number two, I can get you a crepe.
Oh.
Or a creep.
Je
Which one was
suis
it?
la crêpe.
You have to say it with like where the vowels are just ridiculous, and that's the proper pronunciation.
Creepy?
Crepe.
Crepe.
The French word for bread is pain.
Man, whenever pronunciations and stuff gets brought up, I always think back to that video of that dude dissecting that jelly rat.
Oh,
And he's going like, "Hello, to die,
to die,
we G-lie, B-lie."
You had a rat made of jelly?
Someone in the comments said, "This is what English would sound like if it was phonetically correct."
Oh, we have to share that with Sarah at the end. It's so good, Sarah.
Oh God, it's haunted.
It's very cursed.
I'm just clarifying. Yes, he is a rat made of jelly.
It's like a big gummy rat that you can, like a novelty candy you can get.
Yeah, it's a jelly belly rat.
I was picturing living with Lovecraft.
Oh God, no.
Living!
Oh no.
Do we have rats now? Not exactly.
And speaking of rats, is there one in this meeting? We'll have to find out, but first, we gotta do some introductions. Bosco, where can they find you? And what are you up to?
Here.
Ah,
That's not a PB.
it's true. He did get Arkolf skipped, though. By the way,
He did.
Arkolf, where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Arkolf. I just completed Dad of Boy. I also beat the Valkyrie Queen in that. Took about an hour. And this coming Tuesday, I'll be starting through .hack Last Recode.
Ooh.
And Wednesday, I'll be doing Scarlet Nexus.
Which is a good game. I've already platinumed it, but I want to stream it now.
Hot damn. I'm very excited for the .hack streams.
As am I.
Those games are really. Some of those games are really expensive.
And
The
I have
original
them all.
ones. Yeah, the original ones before GU are the most expensive.
Infection,
Yes.
Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine.
Indeed.
They're good too. Gameplay's a little dated, but the music and story, sublime.
It's definitely better than the first round of games.
Also, the naming conventions for the weapons are really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite is Empty Sky.
There's a weapon in 14 that looks like that.
I think that
Ninja, I
might be a
believe.
direct reference to that. It could be.
Especially after
But
the
anyway.
Scala gear looks like Kite's gear anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Tri-edge.
I'm the biggest nerd. Not the tallest, but the biggest.
Indeed. Sarah, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
They can find me on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E Willia. I literally have nothing new to shill. I have not cooked anything new lately.
But you
There's
had
nothing.
lasagna. It seems like you food combed yourself with lasagna today.
It wasn't bad. Nah. Yeah, I got nothing really.
Gotcha. Get the Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Speaking of big nerds, Monty, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Okay, all right. Listen up.
Pasta cake.
Oh, it is. It's literally spaghetti cake. You can find me at
Delicious.
Montyglue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Montyglue. Streaming is gonna be kind of weird. I've been grinding so hard for Pokemon, like, endlessly. It never ends. I'm gonna be hopefully going through like the Victory Road tomorrow. That's kind of my goal, is just to get to the Elite Four tomorrow, however long that takes. But I'm currently leveling up my Elite Four team, which is nightmare. It's scary. Every single Elite Four member has like a fully optimized competitive team, and it's a nightmare, and I'm scared, and I hope to God I can succeed, but you know what? Whatever happens. Beyond that, unfortunately, Dungeon Manage was canceled this week. We're hoping to come back this coming week. We'll keep you guys posted on that. If not, I'm playing some Mario Kart. It's a totally relaxing game where I don't get mad at all.
Oh, so like Triple Triad.
Shush.
Insight check.
Triple. Okay, here's the difference though. Like with Mario Kart, I'm just being like kind of like ooh, like kind of like, you know, loud. I'm more loud than I am angry. Triple Triad sometimes is legit anger, but it's because I'm up against a machine, and machines cheat. They're cheating bastards that know math,
Like
and I hate it.
Kyuga, the one with the hand card.
Oh.
I think the fucking Yugi, king
Cool,
of
man.
games over here.
Oh god. Anyway, so keep yourself posted. I think streams are going to be kind of spontaneous for the next while. So if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. And if you're not following my Discord, there's a Discord. But that's it for me. Thank you.
Indeed. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, youtube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, I'm playing card games with the boys. Fridays is Friday Funhouse, where I basically just play whatever I want with whoever decides to show up. We played some Monster Hunter Rise for the PC. That was a lot of fun working through that game yet again. I had it on Switch, and now I have it on PC. Yeah. Sunday, I have to do more D&D, but before that, hopefully, if I can remember to stream early, it'll hopefully be Banner Saga Part 3.
Oh, fun times and smiles all around.
Yeah, I'm fighting down a rebellion. Oh, and also the world is ending.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's happening. Check out Dead House Sonata as well. I'm sure happy fun stuff is going on in that world as well. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition subclasses, including the Warpath Barbarian, which came out a little while ago. That's it for me. But also,
But wait, there's more.
there's more. This episode was brought to you by Die Hard Dice.
Oh shit.
So
Shit.
quiet without Rabbit.
Hold on.
Die Hard Dice.
Hold on. I'm not flinging this and pouring it all over the floor again. You know what? You can hear some delicious dice bag. Hear that?
They are not delicious. Do need Die Hard Dice. Excellent. You too can acquire
Here,
the.
Hold on. Chat demands it. Hold on.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
I heard you slightly panicking, trying to keep all the dice on your table.
So how many
Yeah.
nat ones did you just roll?
They're all cocked, so I can't even tell you.
Oh God, we're rolling. No. But yes, you too can experience the joy that is rolling some Die Hard dice. If you go to dieharddice.com and use the code Unexpectables ! To save 10% on your order. Pick up some dice. It's a funny, fun time. Yeah.
Also, Connor, just a heads up, when you're talking, if you're typing at the same time, we can also hear your keyboard at the same
Ah,
time.
jeez.
So yeah, maybe don't type and talk at the same time.
Gotcha. All right.
I'll make you feel better, Connor.
Excellent.
I know exactly what type of keyboard you have based on that. Your keys are very flat and narrow.
Oh, yeah, it's just a laptop. It'll
They're
explode.
fun to press,
soon.
though. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
What, the battery's swollen? What can you do?
Huh.
Sarah, no.
Well,
Eh,
other than that, we got some bits and subs to read off.
Hopefully none of the bits and subs explode.
just wait until you hear the
Jeez.
pop, and then I'll disappear.
Your gun
Like the
noise
time
got.
with Bosco.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bosco's shooting his computer. It's Minmo!
Grow up strong and healthy, Minmo. And also, grow up strong and healthy bits and subs. Arkolf, thank you for the 17 months.
Hey, we know
Alright.
him.
Yeah. Dougler93, thank you for the 10 months. So many months of great content. I can't stay, but I hope you guys have an amazing session. Nope Man 342, thank you for the 17 months. Banana.
Banana?
All I can see is that gif from Advent Children of Sid spinning the banana over his head and then just going banana. Shine Greymon, thank you for the 21 months. Yo, I've reached the magic number. Bell
21.
X, thank you for the 21 months. Mac the Machine, thank you for the sub. The Dice on Monty's Floor, thank you for the 100.
Okay.
It's so tragic that Shepherd Cruel has resting lich face.
Now there's a good pun.
You ever
Indeed.
just reel from the first punch only to get punched a second time before even processing the first?
That's called
I
the
approve.
1-2. Fantastic Callum, thank you for the 50 bits. If Kel suddenly grew wings, that would make him Kel Soren. Viridian Winter, thank you for the 100 bits. You know it's going to be funny when Chasmodius comes in clutch in the final battle with the tower and saves the day, and then everyone owes him a favor. Zenlita, thank you for the 300 bits. When you have the same number of friends both online and offline, you have homeostasis.
It's like while you're reading those off, I'm gonna feed them though.
Indeed. Blackfoot Fair, thank you for the elite bits. So many new animated emotes. This is awesome. Volk, thank you for the bit. What does a vegan zombie eat? Brains. Barbecue Man, thank you for the 22 months. Coming up on 2 years of subbing. Are any of you playing the Project Zomboid multiplayer update? I was wondering why so many people were playing Project Zomboid recently. I am not, but I like Project Zomboid a lot.
I have no idea what that is. I assume it's a game.
Same here.
It is.
Not a clue.
It's like a zombie survival simulator type of deal. It's fun. It's cool. Sario88, thank you for the 22 months. So, with the Unexpectables ending in a few months, and most of us not wanting to see those characters going away, I have an idea. What about random one-shots with the crew getting together to play an in-game version of D&D? Call it Offices and Outlook. Oh god. We might get sued. Renegade Spectre, thank you for the 7 months. Cobalt Centurion,
Saren.
thank you for the...
Renegade Spectre, Mass Effect reference. That's
Ah.
Saren.
Shepherd.
That a
Cobalt
demon
Centurion.
whispered my name for a second.
Yeah, that's true. For a second, I was like, ooh.
Wallfly? Is that you?
Oh God.
Knows my name now.
Renegade Spectre, thank you for the 7 months. Cobalt Centurion, thank you for the 16 months of Prime subbage. Praise Diana. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 200 bits. Slides into chat. How's it going, everybody? Just finished playing D&D an hour ago. Also, special message to Bosco. Take it easy. All right. Nidalon 11, thank you for the 11 months. Ooh, what's this? 11 months? Pseudonymic fake name, thank you for the 100 bits. A while back, Connor got upsetty with how my name was spelled, so this extra bit is for you. Indeed. Dresden 1174, thank you for the 100 bits. Jerry 171717, thank you for the 10 months. Crabius the Great Crab. Wait. The Crabius the Great Crab Poor. Thank you for the 100 bits. If the main crew of the Unexpectables retires, will they take on apprentices for a new series? Who knows? And Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. Play Dead House Sonata, where you play as the something to fight someone. You know, I'm not really feeling this. Could you cheer me up? Die Hard Dice. Indeed. And that's it.
All right. Wow. I'm not completely fully ready. I was like, came out of nowhere. All right.
Well.
You guys good to go?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So. When last we left our officers, you guys had helped arrange and attended a meeting between the powers that be over the city of Rampoon, including several ancient dragons, Rigagon the Empyrean, as well as the Fey Lord of Summer. Alongside them was Baron Dramar, and conveniently absent the Lich Lord of the Lich Ward, Casmodius, did not attend. You have two tasks at this meeting. One, to gain and trade information about the tower and its movements and actions. And two, protect the princes and princesses that belong to the dragons while they're at their meetings. Tanis, you volunteered to join in the meeting's processions, while Bryant, Gibby, and Kel stayed behind to ensure the guard of the individuals here. Captain Roche also joined in the meeting, while Lucy is surveying somewhere, probably somewhere only a rogue can go. So, as we return to the Prince Division, Kel, Gibby, and Bryant, as you guys kind of keep an idle eye on the guests, you listen in on your sending stones to the meeting that is happening. Tanis, this large, very businessy interior with a bit of lavishness to it. There are these sort of inset spaces where they have like kind of fake plants and like a sort of arrangement with some lights to add some nice kind of clean ambiance. The middle table is very large and very long and could easily sit probably at least 5 additional more people if needed, but for now suffices for those who have attended. At the head of the table sits Rigagon, and at the other end of the table sits nobody. Rigagon commands the front while everybody else kind of takes their seats elsewhere. Notably, there is a space where the Red Dragon is, but on the other side is where the Fey Lord of Summer sits. And also, the Silver Dragon sits about a seat away from everybody else as well at the end towards the door. Captain Roche kind of stands at attention in the corner, and you are gestured to sit down. Tanis, do you sit?
Yeah, I'll sit for now.
Okay, you sit down. Who would you, if you had a person you would want to sit beside, who would you want to sit beside?
Oh, geez. There's a lot of people here.
There is, yes.
It's mostly dragons. Hmm. You know what? Let's pal around with the orcs.
Okay, you sit next to Baron Dramar. As you sit down next to Baron Dramar, you do hear Regagun go, Master Jamar, with all due respect, and he kind of gestures towards Durzab and the other 3 orcs that are with him, including Knuckles, who is about to pull out his knuckles to shine and kind of stops like a deer in the headlights. And Baron Dramar kind of nods and goes, and then kind of snaps his finger and goes, don't eat too much cheese. And the orcs are kind of like, and kind of make their way out of the meeting space. Wait outside the door. He kind of commands them, and they all kind of nod. And as they leave the doors close behind. And you sit next to Baron Dramar. He kind of gives you a bit of a side glance, but doesn't really do much more than that before looking back towards Rigagon. Rigagon places his hands on the table and kind of leans on the table for a second before releasing his hands back up, reestablishing his posture and kind of straightening his tie for a moment, almost as if to take a deep breath. Notably, those who are currently kind of listening in, it begins to drizzle slightly outside. Just ever so slightly, a light dusting.
Roll perception.
Go ahead.
That's my thing.
Kel is now staring out the window like a puppy. He enjoys the rain.
There it is. What the heck did I just roll?
9.
Sure.
As you look out the window and kind of look around, it is a natural occurring weather pattern. It's just a gentle light rain. Seemingly like the sky itself is quite cloudy, though.
I trust nothing.
Meanwhile, back in the meeting room, Regagon kind of puts down his hands and goes, well, we're all here for the same reasons. There's nothing to be secret about, unless anyone in here is wielding any secrets. And he kind of pans the room. So, the tower has not sequestered themselves to some sort of desolate hovel. He is making moves. Very, very risky ones. And to say that all of us are worried would be an understatement. And there's a general kind of slow nod. You watch as Baron Dramar pulls out a cigar and kind of goes and lights it. One sec, I just gotta grab a book real fast that I put away like an idiot.
Yep.
Apologies.
No worries.
I need Rigagon stats real fast. Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind.
Ruh-roh.
He does have this, though, and he is going to do it. Oh, actually, no, he can't. It takes more time. Disregard. I apologize. All right. Rigagon kind of sits down in the front seat and kind of crosses his arms and goes, so, I welcome anyone who wishes to speak, including the illustrious Prince Division. As it sounds like you had come to some information that is most important to our knowledge, if I am not mistaken. And he turns towards you, Tanis, and gives you a nod.
Tanis will stand and sort of bow politely to the room in general. As some of you may or may not be aware, it was we members of the Prince Division who initially came into contact with this tower on its reemergence. As far as we are aware, we're the first ones of any influence to discover its reemergence after all this time, after which we reported it immediately to Captain Roche.
Roche kind of gives a nod. Regagon turns and goes, unless anyone else knows of his emergence at a sooner or more recent point. To know how long he's been moving would be most important. There's kind of a general quiet between the crowd. You do notice some rather... Ooh. Now that they're kind of in private, there's a little bit more heat between a couple individuals. Specifically, you see kind of Brimrend, like, who's on your side of the table, kind of glaring daggers towards the Red Dragon. He was very civil in the meeting room, but now he kind of is being a little bit more, less nice about things.
Mm.
Give me 1 second here.
Yep.
Because there was a series. The Blue Dragon, I believe her name was Reva, I believe was her name, or something along those lines. She kind of puffs up her chest and she turns down to the Silver Dragon. And she says, why do we not start back further than what we know now? The Silver Dragon kind of turns and goes, oh no, let's just talk about it right off the bat. You want to know about him? You want me to give you some information? You think I'm going to be of any help here? Well, I'd hate to disappoint. The truth of the matter is that, well, the tower doesn't like to share too much information. My duty 300 years ago was to protect their prince. There was a reasonable set of rules, but I was left intentionally uninformed. It didn't matter. Eventually, I found my seat as a proper head ancient dragon. But I will say this. A power grab of this nature is out of character for him. He has no interest in the petty squabbles of city folk, nor its infrastructural changes. The tower simply wishes to live, as far as I'm concerned. It wants to feed, continue to feed, and exist as it has. Tannis, you want to ask any questions as this is happening? By the way, Kel, Bryant, and Gibby, you can all hear this on your guys' like little earpieces as while you're hearing this meeting, and you hear all of that.
I'm assuming they can talk to me as well.
If you guys wish to, yes.
It's just listening for the moment. Unless Tannis wants one of us to come in and do a little song and dance.
I mean, a more recent thing the tower did was take Breezerot's friend a little over 100 years ago.
That is true.
Yeah.
What became of him? He just sort of disappeared.
Just
and
gone.
died?
We assume he's dead at this point. That's all we don't know what happened, but it's
He
assumed
has
that
to be
he's
dead by
probably
this
dead.
point. Because the tower came back for that new prince or princess when he had the encounter with Roche's team at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Tannis will just interject with that. He'll just say, I believe the most recent
Paul Trimbley
event.
was that prince's name 80 years ago, specifically.
Paul-
I checked my notes.
Paul Trimbley.
Prince Paul Trimbley 80 years ago.
The silver dragon Ligzaka goes, I'm afraid I have no knowledge of him. I played guard dog for about 50 years to gain my power and usurp the throne. So that was before my time. My services rendered were a paltry yearly sum. Besides, like I said, I was left uninformed intentionally. To be honest with you, it was a very simple transaction.
Gibby will pipe up. Tanis, ask if you can. What if she knows what happened to the prince that she was guarding?
Perhaps there is something you can tell us. Something that you would know. What happened to the prince that you were guarding?
Well, it was probably fed upon until it died. But the tower does take particularly good care of its cattle. If that's of a concern for you and your division.
Could you elaborate on that?
Certainly. Once a week, when I was defending the prince, the tower would show up and would feed. Similar to the mutants you call vampires, but a little more gruesome in that sense. It seems that the tower had a need for continual blood ingestion. And he had very particular tastes.
Meaning what exactly?
Meaning that he would only feed on that one person. There is a very lethal rule. You don't touch his prince in any way, shape, or form. That's like if someone were to, well, you're an elf, I don't know, punch your salad. I think you would find offense to that.
Blink.
Really? Right in front of my salad? That's an old reference. I feel old.
So I don't know what happened to the prince, but knowing how the years go by and how fleeting human lives are, they probably died.
These feeding sessions, I assume, were painful for the princes in general.
I didn't see them. Again, ill-informed. I was told to leave the room. But yes, one could assume. One need only see a tower's prince to know how painful it could be.
Tanis, ask if, I guess, did she ever know who this prince was? Their name?
Did you know the identity of the prince that you guarded?
No. Why would I?
Thinking back on
Insight.
something. Go ahead with that, then I'll run
Yeah,
my
go
mouth.
ahead. Go ahead. Our call volley's rolling.
Oh. When we encountered the tower at the festival, fair, whatever you want to call it, it was subconsciously drooling around Gibby and Miss Sivum. So if it has very particular taste, then if anything happens to its current prince or princess, we could probably safely assume one of those two might be in the running, or targeting.
As I recall it, I feel like it was specifically Gibby.
Which makes sense considering you drew the tower card at the fortune teller.
It was both. I would say, just to clarify, it was both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So again, why he's doing it when he has one is kind of weird, but I guess if everyone is to his taste, whatevs.
Well, he seemed annoyed that he was drooling. I recall that specifically.
That was a
Tanis.
16 on my insight, by the way.
Tanis, it's an ancient dragon, I'm sorry. They're either lying or they're telling the truth, and you don't know which one is worse. But this individual does seem rather apathetic.
Could you describe the prince that you guarded?
I don't know. Brown hair, freckles, despondent look of hopelessness.
We never got a description for Paul Trimley, so I can't confirm anything on that.
Sure.
Ooh, get a description of this prince then. She at least saw the guy.
Brown hair, freckles, and a despondent look on their face of hopelessness is
Brown.
basically the description.
Yeah.
How old did you say they were? Young,
You said-
old, middle-aged. I don't expect you to know the exact number.
How long do humans live? 40 years?
About 100 years.
Oh, well, it's... Sorry. Oh, middle? Middle. I'll say middle. Maybe
Paul was
younger.
middle-aged, wasn't he?
Paul Trimley was taken 80 years ago. He was currently at college with, Reese Rod when he was taken.
Yeah, and Linsana
Not
the
that
Silver
old.
Dragon did this 300 years ago. So there's no way it's the same person, just to clarify that information.
Yeah, Paul Trimley's by far the most recent case of the tower appearing before Roche's team encountered him.
That all being said, I don't know how exactly this is supposed to help with the current time.
You said the tower was very specific in its princes. I was perhaps seeing if there might be a pattern.
Noted. It's a shame those details passed my mind when I was trying to usurp a throne. I'll try and pay better attention next time.
He just doesn't say anything to that.
You do hear kind of a cough as Acidback kind of leans forward and goes, "With all due respect, perhaps talking about the rather brash purchase that the tower made recently of the Tristanwold Spire in the Central Ward." He kind of spans the desk and even catches your eye, Tanis. He goes, "I believe to all here and many others that that action did not go unnoticed. That being said, the movement of money is the business of dragons, and I happen to keep an eye on this particular transaction, albeit as secretly as I possibly could. First of all, the spire was sold for a much more reduced price than its intended selling. And notably, the money came from a small investors firm called Cerberus Hydra. A garish name, but it was a small business in the Central Ward as well. What's particularly curious about this is that it was owned by a man named Norman Sawyer.
What was that
couple
again?
ye-
Norman Sawyer?
Norman Sawyer. It was a small investment firm owned by Norman Sawyer. To note, Mr. Sawyer died in a hit-and-run accident in the Middle District about a couple years ago. His son should have taken over the business, but he instead sold it. We don't know who manages that firm now. The seller of the Spire was an infrastructural firm called Rampoon Developments. And this is of a particular note. And I wish this note not to leave this room. He kind of stares amongst all you. Rampoon Developments firm was managed by Orwin Fiddletrick. He was a gnome. Once the deal was signed, he was found dead in his home 2 weeks after the signing. And to be more intriguing, and he looks towards you, Tanis, the police division there waved off the death as suicide.
of rats in Central Division.
Ugh. Monty, give me the name of the cellar again. The business and the gnome.
Yeah, the seller was the Rampoon Developments, and Orwin Fiddletrick was the one who signed the deal and was found dead 2 weeks later after signing off for the tower. Not the tower, but the Tristanwald Spire. Give me a half a second here. I'm just going to deal with my cat real fast because he should be fed right now.
Did she say 2 days or 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I couldn't hear Hob at all.
Neither could I. But yeah, we did learn about Central Division. They took our witnesses from the Medusa case.
I mean, that was my next question. What district was this police in that waived everything?
I think it was the Central Ward, right?
I would assume.
That's where the Spire was being sold in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's an entirely different precinct from ours, though, right?
It is, yes.
I mean, we went there, but...
We did go there. We did them a favor for a favor.
Mm-hmm. And yet they took our witnesses and apparently wrote off a murder-suicide.
To be fair, what was her name? Joker? Joker might not be in the same department as the guy who made that decision.
She was petty crimes, I believe.
Yeah, petty crimes, I believe.
Yeah.
That would be the homicide division.
Still curious how they managed to take our witnesses, considering it's directly Prince-related.
There's probably a rat in your guys' precinct as well.
I mean, yeah, that's what Roche said. We got a rat, too.
Yeah.
Getting their paperwork on that? We must be able to see who signed off on that.
Say Lucy would have found it by now.
Mm.
There's so sorry. I got so much information to flip through right now.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm just trying to figure out what information is the most valuable. You know what, Tanis? There's a kind of a silence. If you wish to ask anybody anything, you can ask them. If you want to pick someone to speak up, you can go ahead and do that as well.
Briefly, I'll turn to Roche. I'm assuming he's somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's standing near Rigagon.
I'll give him a look as if seeking approval to say something.
He looks at you and looks at everyone in this room and gives you a nod.
I'm not even sure I should say it now.
Actually, Ivan will speak up if nothing is said.
Okay.
Speaking of large investments, notably, Ivan Investments has also followed the purchase patterning of the the Kind Towers, who now owns Tristanwald Spire. They seem to have made a large investment purchase to Velocity Automotives, a car, truck, and van wholesaler. They specifically sell high-quality company vehicles. I noticed this after a spike in their stocks the other day. Or to say a week ago or so. More notably, I've also come to notice a few more, things sneaking about. Things being individuals, spies, collecting information about the comings and goings of my particular establishment, and more notably of my prince and princess's movements. Have any others shared in this particular experience? You watch as Ivan kind of spans the room, and there's a general kind of quietness. And you see as I'm going to get her name right this time. Retta, that was her name. I got her name completely wrong. Her name was Retta. Retta kind of, without even batting an eye, goes, I was running into a similar issue as well. Yi Tang kind of is sipping some wine and kind of puts the glass down and goes, I can also agree of such a nature. And you see Asabat going, I have not encountered such an issue. He kind of like looks a little like, oh, okay, I'm clear. You see Ragnus Call kind of turn and go, last I heard it, you have a guard dog. And you see his Acidback just kind of bitterly sips his wine.
The building he purchased is called the Tristan Wood Spire.
Tristan Wold Spire. It is. I'll spell it out. Tristan Wold Spire. Tristan Wold Spire.
This Tristan Wold Spire, what is its purpose?
It is a multi-purpose building. You see Rigagon kind of lean forward. Intended for businesses, usually multiple businesses, or even as a hotel such as this. It is multi-purpose. Each level can be a separate business if necessary. Many investment firms utilize such buildings to house as many workers as possible. It is a lot of space to do a lot of things.
Tanis, ask if there's any sort of strategic advantage to that building. The way it's built, the land it's built on, the location it's in.
Is there anything else about the building that is of note? Namely, possible strategic advantages? Anything that maybe it was built over?
The Fey Lord, actually, they kind of present themselves and kind of look towards you and they go, those lands are untouched by any history. But the place in particular resides in the middle of the city. It seems as though our willingness to let the Middle District be of its own governance has allowed a great and insidious thing to take root. The Middle District and that building have a great reach, but that is simply how I feel, and a presumption at most. Rigagon kind of wipes back his hair and goes, I hate to bring up the subject of death, but it seems to be of some concern. I'm sure that some of you have noticed that on the news there have been some coverage of missing geneticists or genetics experts in the field of study, ranging from magical to non-magical. There's a general kind of mumbling. Master Tanis, are you aware of these events?
Back when we were investigating the Sivum case, we did learn about geneticists studying the origin of magic that either went missing or was killed.
Oh, don't you remember? The night we were at the carnival when we met the tower, a geneticist was found dead later.
Oh yeah, that too.
Wait, I have those notes. Let me pull that up real quick. Because I think we got a little bit on that. Where are those notes? Because I think we might have his name even.
Can do my notes as well.
Good thinking.
Yes.
My notes exploded.
I have a name here, but I just don't want to say it in case it's a name like that you guys already have. But I'm gonna double check with your notes.
I think we found out about this before the Cody Mason. Oh, I got it. Martin Fane, geneticist.
That's right. It was Martin.
Martin
Found.
Fane, that's the one we found at the carnival.
Marden
Marden
Fane.
Fane. Yeah, he was found at the carnival dead.
Who
I
was
have
the other one we heard
Margan.
about during Sivum?
I don't know if a name was ever mentioned for that one, and if it was, then I'm sorry, but
let me
I'll
see.
go back and rewatch those episodes sometimes.
Yeah.
Body was found at midnight after hours. He was a professor at Thorne Science University for 10 years. Theory about evolution of magic and humanoids, specifically specific races magic. And I also have the autopsy report we got, if you need that.
Tanis will speak up a bit. The night after we had the encounter with the tower, we found a geneticist dead at the carnival grounds we were currently visiting at the time. One Martin Fane.
We've
There was
had
also-
several more.
There was a previous case where we heard word that a geneticist studying the origin of magic went missing.
You hear as Ling Saka goes to ensure they didn't blow themselves up, kind of laughs, and everyone kind of shoots her a look, and she's like, this is a joke. Gosh, I'm so stiff. Rig again kind of turns to you and goes, we have more to add to that list. We've kept it on the down low not to, well, cause any sort of panic, and also so that these potential rats are not on our trail. Captain Roshi will be forgiving me for withholding this information. There are currently 4 additional professors missing. They're not dead. We don't know where they are. Professor Jamie Fish has gone missing. They're specifically of a similar field of magical genetics. But the more concerning thing is not only did Jamie go missing, but their entire family as well. A lifetime evolutions genetic researcher called Zervis Wild has also gone missing as well. Professor Wild didn't have any close family, but his disappearance is concerning nonetheless.
Why his disappearance specifically?
Why his disappearance specifically?
Well, it's to say that it was only one person instead of several. Following shortly after that, we lost a professor of Prince Study. Not a very famous researcher, but one of a very particular topic. Dante Velos is missing along with their immediate family as well. And of note, one of the ministry's high-standing members of the Magical Ministry, the Registration Forum, Stuart Chambers, has gone missing. Also, to note, I have received a private message that the Ministry of Magical Registration had been the victim of several techromancer assaults on their digital databases. Nothing that was breached, but enough to raise some concern.
So is the tower trying to build a registry, a genealogy of all possible princes and princesses, so he could just grow them himself?
If that were the case, though, Kel, why is he killing all these geneticists? Unless he questioned them first, I suppose. But then again, I guess if they're just missing, maybe he still has them.
I mean, you take them. If they're useful, you keep them. If they're not useful, they know too much from having seen them, so they're dead.
Gibby sort of pales a little bit. Actually, if you have both the geneticist and their family, you have good bargaining chips to make them do what you want, don't they?
Indeed. It sounds like he's trying to figure out how to track, either predict or just make more princes and princesses.
Not to mention the messiness, too, with the whole vampire venom thing we also know he's working on.
Trying to make the princes and princesses eternal. So Maybe if he finds one that tastes suits him, he can just keep them alive indefinitely. Or breed them so that particular strain stays, keeping him empowered.
Tanis, do we mention the vampire connection? Because the tower's also messing with vampire stuff too, with Princess as well.
That is on our case files. It should be public knowledge, or at least privy to them already as the rulers of the city.
Tanis replies, I was just getting ready to bring that up. There is a worrying trend with these geneticists. During the last case we worked, we discovered that a Medusa and her underlings were conducting experiments on princesses and princes using vampire venom.
There's kind of a general kind of between everybody, like vampire venom.
If you need more direct information reference for that, Connor, we still have the recent email on Ziara's laptop in our documents.
I mean, I would definitely bring it up, though. To be fair with the email, it's only signed with a K, though. You know, they can make their own.
KT.
They can make their own
Tower.
assessment as to what those two initials mean. So it's worth bringing up, definitely.
And it still has project information such as 3.0 Foundry.
We believe strongly that this was done under the express direction of Kind Towers.
And were they successful? Baron Dermar asks you.
As far as we're aware, no. The vampire venom, when it reacts to the prince's system, almost immediately kills them.
This tower is playing a lot of games, moving a lot of pieces in several different ways at the same time. This creature you served once is cunning, and has played this game before, or at the very least has great wisdom on it. You watch as the red dragon kind of kicks up. His feet are up on the table, by the way. Like, he's kicking back on the table, and he goes, "You care to elaborate us, old man?" I've been tracking particular movements in the Devil Demon Ward. Several gangs have gone missing, and not in a way that you would think. We've tagged several troll gangs having disappeared from their streets and their strongholds. They have not simply left town. Something tells me they've headed to greener pastures. Several Kenku gangs as well have done the same thing. And notably, significant ogres of impressive fortitude have also disappeared. Notably, one of which remains. I sent some of my boys to go discuss them with them, why he hadn't disappeared, and he told us a little bit of interesting information. Apparently, a goblin had approached them with a better deal than I could have ever offered them. But this one refused, while the rest did not. Something tells me that this offer was offered to many more individuals, not just in the Demon Devil Ward. The Feylord, again, kind of raises their voice and says, "The pixies have delivered me foreboding dark messages on borrowed wind. Many individuals have fled Lichward in a similar fashion, but their whereabouts are unknown." Baron Tamar kind of sucks back the cigar again and goes, I think it goes without saying that this tower could potentially be recruiting itself its own bolstered allies. This
It
Medusa feels
is.
as though they are some sort of agreeing party as well.
As far as we're aware, that's the case.
There's a general mulling at that and kind of a sense of unease. You get the sense that a couple of the dragons were not aware of this and were like, oh shit, and kind of are like, great.
According to reports, my colleagues were accosted recently by some individuals that were working with the tower. I was not there.
What was that weird slime called? The yellow thing that we caved the place in on?
Yeah, the tree slime lady.
Yaklaw?
Claw, yeah.
It was like Yaklaw working for the tower.
I believe they were accosted by a Yaklol.
She was leading a bunch of drow, right?
And they had just stopped at the Catrail to recruit for the tower.
It was recruiting in a place known as the Catrail.
You see as the red dragon kind of looks and smiles towards the Baron and goes, the cut trail. You orcs have never been really good at tying up loose ends, now have you? And now it's our problem. Great. I have heard things in the social circles as well. Rita kind of also voices up a little bit. There is a general great sense of unease. Many of those of high standing have taken convenient vacations. Many socialist clubs are moving out of favor from dragons as well. The political and social scene of Rampoon is seemingly unnerved at the moment, as if there's a shift. It's almost like a hushed exodus.
Should we mention the rats that took our witnesses from the Medusa case?
I was debating that.
As long as
What
it
do you
doesn't
think?
put them in, as long as it doesn't put them in any danger.
The dragons fund the various police precincts, so if they don't already know, they have a right to know. They know how the money flows. If there's anything shady going on that we cannot see ourselves, because it's out of our purview, they would be the ones to know.
Tanis looks over at Roche once more.
He kind of gives you a slight nod.
He lifts his chin up and says, recently, some witnesses in a case of ours were relocated to the Central Division precinct without our know-how. We believe this to be the work of a mole in the precinct.
I can believe that, says Brenrend. We're not the only ones who fund your precincts and your activities. When a higher bidder comes in, things get very interesting. I don't think it goes as any surprise that the Prince Division was created by us dragons to ensure that the status quo doesn't shift too much. There have been far too many power vacuums at times for the average human, elf, dwarf, and other to endure. That being said, for our investments, we only truly invest in our best interests. It sounds like someone is investing in their best interests as well.
Do they
Someone-
already know that the Medusa was shattered before we could have a chance to unpetrify her?
I mean,
Hard to say.
It was shattered by a white dragon?
It was shattered by a white dragon. Yeah.
well, I don't think they know it's a white dragon. They just know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan
Like, if
asked
we-
us to keep that on the down low.
Like, if you say that, they're gonna know who the dragon is. Because I don't think they knew that. Do they know if they didn't know our case? I don't think they know about the Medusa and that she was shattered and whatnot.
Yeah, they don't know about the Medusa case
I mean,
because Tannis just told them.
Baron Jamar would probably.
Yeah, Baron Damar
Yeah.
has a very gentle understanding of what happened.
Mhm.
But his interests aren't in the dragon status quo. His interests are, are his own.
That's right.
was
He
still
would
on
know
the
about the
job.
dragon.
Well,
He-
Tannis
If
is
it was
currently
Durz, we
weighing.
reported it.
Mhm.
Tannis is
Ivan
currently
asked us
weighing
not
his-
to.
That is true.
Yeah, well, I don't know Ivan, and I don't give a shit about the dragon status quo.
If it's worth noting, says Brimrand,
Oh, shit.
there was an attempted poisoning on one of my colleagues recently.
Poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this colleague of yours?
I will not say names to protect their identity, but they were a marketing manager for one of my sunglass lines that's coming out here in the following year. We had a private meeting, and after being in that meeting, he went home and apparently drank some water on his bedside table that night and, well, got quite ill.
Why would they want to poison his marketing person?
I don't know. Perhaps they thought he was giving me some other information. And again, notable, gentlemen, as Brimrin kind of looks towards you, Tannis. Something about the whole deal was sketchy. The police gave a very loose report. There was indeed poison in the drink, but they had no evidence of where it came from. I wasn't quite satisfied with this and hired a private detective. They discovered breaking and entering. So it's worth noting that potentially, if this is our same enemy, they have an assassin of some kind on their side as well.
And we assume also that the police he mentions were, again, from the Central Ward.
These particular individuals were actually from the Dragon Ward Police Division. One could argue it was simply a snafu, but... well, the other argument that could be made was that the evidence of break and entering was so minuscule that it may have been impossible for the average investigator to discover it.
I.e., not us.
I was about to say, looking at our roles,
Hmm.
we got lost on a directory.
Oh, I have proficiency.
So does Kel. But he dumb. Only 10.
Hmm. The Dragon Ward precinct and the other precincts in the different wards, do they have some kind of shared authority, or are they all sort of separate
They
entities?
do. So the you'll find, and again, this is not accurate to real life, so if you're looking for accuracy, sorry. You'll
Hmm.
find that the the general petty crimes divisions, homicide, kind of vice divisions, those ones are more like those are public services essentially, whereas something like the Prince division and the Necromancy division are sort of a private funded side division, essentially meant to complete a unique task. Also, the Postal division is a public service as well. Shout out to them. But basically, there is some differences. So the more unique, specific divisions are funded privately sometimes, or a mixture of both.
Hmm.
Notably, the Demon Devil Ward has no police division, and the Lich Ward doesn't either, so they're omitted.
And being in the Feyward precinct must suck. Gotta deal with quicklings all the fucking time.
Tell me about it.
Sure, you know why I pulled you over.
Oh god. Why are there 5 quicklings driving a car?
So, he said that the Dragon Ward police just sort of.
They didn't find evidence of breaking and entering, but he hired a private investigator who found evidence of breaking and entering, which wasn't so much like it could be that there's a rat in the Dragon Police Division, but it's more likely that it was such a good and like home invasion that it was almost impossible to find evidence of breaking and entering. So they have a proper like person to sneak into stuff potentially as well, if that's in the same realm of what's going on. Well, if we're all putting things on the table and being honest friends, the red dragon kind of leans forward, kind of bringing his feet to the floor and kind of smashing his arm down onto the table and resting his head on his hand, like the back of his hand, kind of looks at everybody and goes, "Did any of you fuckers take some of my blacksmiths?" There's just a quiet as everyone kind of looks towards him and goes, "Well, good. Because I'm missing 3 of some of my best fucking blacksmiths. We're talking about people who've gone missing or are probably dead."
These blacksmiths of yours, do they specialize in anything, or were they just general?
They're high-yield dwarven blacksmiths, meaning they can make a lot of things very quickly.
Such as?
Swords,
as?
daggers, long swords, halberds, spears. You know, spears are underrated, right? They're like one of the best weapons ever designed.
It's a shame they roll like shit.
Did you just say that in character?
Kind of breaking the fourth wall if I did.
This is looking
Spears
kind
in
of
D&D are awful. Spears in real life are great.
I wouldn't talk about this shit amongst you. And he kind of looks towards all the other dragons with like really like you can see the snarl in his face. I wouldn't want to bring this up with you, but considering there's a bunch of people who have gone missing and a bunch of gangs who have gone missing and a bunch of blacksmiths who have gone missing, I'd say it's an equal amount of concern for all of us.
When he whipped out his sword, you said it was like bronze-ish?
It's like gold, like a beautiful golden sword.
What was the name of that material that I was in the crate full of?
It's called dwarven gold, pure dwarven gold.
And it's an illegal substance, right?
It is an illegal substance because it takes enchantments like no issue. So it can yield like it can basically be turned very easily into illegal magical weapons very quickly.
Pure dwarven gold, you said?
It's called pure dwarven gold, yeah.
And Baron Jamar had mentioned that he would cut off the gold supply for Red Dragon Boy if he messed with Bryant.
These blacksmiths wouldn't happen to specialize when working with pure dwarven gold, would they?
I don't know what you're talking about. He kind of leans back. These particular individuals wouldn't have such a hand in such illegal material, now would they, Baron Dramar? And the Baron just kind of smokes his cigar. Nah, these 3 blacksmiths that I lost were best worked with tempered steel. And newer materials like carbon fiber and whatnot. They were more quantity over quality. But they were good when I need to get a job done. And he looks towards Brimren, and you see Brimren just kind of giving him like this really sort of darkened look as he takes a sip of his champagne. Additionally,
go ahead.
Some of my metal deliveries have gone missing, and at first I thought it was the work of you fuckers. But seeing as how you all are being honest, It doesn't seem like that's the case at all. My deliveries have come in either pilfered or not at all.
When they come pilfered, what exactly is missing?
What exactly is being taken from your deliveries?
Ingots. Pure metal ingots.
Of
Iron, steel, brass, bronze. Also, some meteorites have gone missing as well. Doesn't make for good steel, but it does make for a nice decorative piece.
Is there anything about meteorite in this world that is particularly interesting?
That's my question.
No one knows. It's a shrug for me.
We've got a tower amassing a potential army, and now apparently he's also amassing the equipment to arm it.
And he's buying cars.
I don't know if anybody in that room might know any other kind of missing persons that would contribute to basically growing your own army.
This is just me pulling from my memory, but when we were working the case that got us involved with the orcs and all that shit, we were dealing with a drow who was augmenting, what was it, ogre flesh?
Ah,
Flesh
yes.
with prince and princess blood.
Oh, this keeps getting better and better.
Pretty sure Brian petrified him. Yeah, he was petrified.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the case we were just working on, or
That
Oh,
was
that
No, that
Zeraphile.
was...
That was
That was a couple
Zeraphile,
of
the
them.
unburied. Yeah. You guys
Yeah,
left
Zeraphile.
him. Did you guys collect him? I can't remember. That was so long ago.
That was with that prince,
I was in the Lich Ward. We had no way
It
of
was.
collecting him.
That's right. Yeah, that was in the Lich Ward.
that was when, what's-her-face, Lenore and them helped us out, too, in that case.
The drow there, yeah.
Ah, Lenore, my friend, how I miss you.
You need to have a play day with her and Breeze Rot.
I think Zeraphile was given to the widow.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, yes, it was.
She's in charge of the illegal blood trade in the Baron Dramar's corner. So.
I wonder if there'd be any harm in mentioning that whole enhancing ogre troll thing with prince and princess blood, augmenting their flesh.
It does potentially out Baron Jamar's business. But I mean, if depends if we care about that or not. Tannis is the one in the room.
I'm standing right next to him. A while ago, me and my colleagues were working a case in the Lich Ward, where we came across one Zeraphile the Unburied.
You watch as the red dragon kind of cackles and goes, "What a name! What a jackass! I bet, huh?"
He was a drow, right?
He was a drow, yeah.
This drow was known to have experimented on troll flesh using prince blood.
You
And
see
he-
that
he was-
Regan
he
seems
was-
the most intrigued by this. Like he's like,
He was reanimating it, right?
Yeah, he was like mixing the regenerative properties with prince and princess.
And magically augmenting the trolls due to the prince and princess blood, giving them elements and shit like that.
They got, as I recall, they got magical. Their skin was even harder. They just got boosted in general.
They gave Durzeb and his boys a hell of a time. Not to mention the dragon mercenaries they had to deal with. Red dragon mercenaries.
That's a fun one to throw.
I'll mention all that.
Okay. It sounds like blood trade augmentation, but Rigagon kind of strokes his chin. That seems a bit too specific. It may co-align with this Medusa's methods as well. Perhaps this was a sort of experimentation. And perhaps at first glance, though I respect your ability to complete your cases, perhaps it wasn't so much what the blood could do for the troll flesh, but what the troll flesh could do for the blood. If reason is to be believed.
Zero
Red
was
Dra-
working on supposedly 2.0 of the Foundry experiment, because the tower threatened with moving on to 3.0.
I mean,
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I mean, whatever the troll blood or blood to troll thing does, it's like, I mean, you're building an army and you got people making weapons. How much better can you make your army if you can magically figure out how to magically incline all your people too? Not just the trolls, but all your fucking army.
Rigagon turns towards Ragnus Call and goes, Red Dragon mercenaries. And Ragnus Call kind of spins the sword in his hand and goes, you expect me to have a tag on all of my children? Please. Besides, speaking of children, has anyone lost any of their children? I mean, it is, and he kind of pulls back his wrist and looks at a watch. It is about 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? You wouldn't be doubtful that some dragon is taking advantage of the situation, no doubt. If Link Zaka is to be believed, this is an opportune time for a usurping, much to our avoidance of such a thing. It's a real shame I find them so fun. And there's kind of like a growl in the room as like Acidback and Rita kind of look very angered, and he kind of rolls his eyes and kind of sits back again. And there's a general, very tense feel to the room as each of the dragons kind of like curled in their nose and seemingly angered by this notion, and kind of all exchange looks between each other, almost like a standoff.
Are they specifically angry at Ragnus Call or just the idea?
At him mostly for being an asshole, and then the idea in general also is obviously unnerving. Tis like a ticking bomb situation, Baron Dramar says as he kind of puts the cigar back in his mouth. Genuinely makes me curious if we found out what dragon that he is working with, if he even has one, who it could be. He looks towards you, Tanis, Baron Dramar, and he puts the cigar back in his mouth.
Insight him.
Go ahead.
I want to see if he's trying to... Ooh, that's a 23 right there. I want to see if he's trying to get me to say something.
Knowing what this particular dragon is would be incredibly useful to our joint efforts, but would be quite a hindrance towards all you dragons now, wouldn't it? At the very least, one or all. As you incite him, you get the sense that he knows, obviously.
Yeah.
It attacked his fucking place.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
his
it
place
did.
that he
Yeah.
had.
There's the one that reported it to us.
He knows, and he is gauging the reactions, and you get the sense that Baron Jamar is a honorable man, but he's also a man who will take advantage of things if it means bettering his people.
He kidnapped my child.
He did, yes. He absolutely did.
Honorable.
But that's what I meant. Like, he will do things that are less than savory to meet an end. You get the sense that he's currently gauging whether protecting Ivan is worth it right now. For this meeting in general. Like, he's just kind of testing the waters just to see.
To be fair, is it worth it?
I'm
honestly not sure.
The
Thinking
more
about
we
it,
know, the better.
Kel has told the party nothing of his meeting with Ivan. All they know is that Kel did have one, and that Ivan has asked us not to reveal the white dragon that's working for the tower.
I guess this is the question I posed to you guys. If you guys were Baron Dramar, what would be the benefit of a potential usurped dragon?
Power vacuum.
Better
And what
deal.
would the downside to that be for Baron Dramar?
Power vacuums cause chaos. They usurp the balance.
At the
Yes,
same
but-
time, Baron Jamar's in the Devil Demon Ward. What happens in the Dragon Ward, that power vacuum has no bearing on him. It's a purely draconic concern.
But if a usurpment happens with a tower backing that dragon, and
That's
particularly
already happened once with
The other
blue,
option-
the Silver Dragon.
The other option too is a desperate dragon might be a little bit more giving.
also keep
Or-
in mind it happened before, but this is a tower that's now buying its own tower up. The tower didn't do that before with the Silver Dragon. He's doing new shit.
In terms
tower
of just
tower.
benefit for Baron Jamar, a potentially desperate or usurping dragon, like Monty said, would be more generous. So that can mean investment, deals, backroom deals that could better
And-
the orc's standing.
Blackmail.
Yep.
That fun hoo-hoo little word.
Oh, you mean he would keep it secret because he has pressure on Ivan now.
Potentially, yep. Remember, all of these people in this room are mythical creatures, but they're also fucking business people and are not the most morally good 100%.
So technically, if Tanis wanted to fuck over Baron Jamar, he could just reveal that little bit and deny him his blackmail.
But that could also have a price too. It's like
Yep.
it's the benefit is that everyone knows it's a white dragon and there could be more done. The downside is that you out Baron Jamar and Ivan in front of everybody. Especially Ivan. You fuck over Ivan really hard here.
Would it
Yeah,
out Baron
only Kel
Jamar?
knows the trouble with that.
Well, it would remove an avenue of potential dealings that would have been very beneficial to him.
Think
That
of it
is
in terms
true.
of gambling. That bit of information is like the ace up the sleeve for Baron Jamar in dealing with Ivan. If that's taken away from him, they're still on neutral terms. Meaning he loses an advantage he could use to his
I mean, in
benefit.
the long run too, it might be better for Ivan because it might not be fun to be under Baron Dramar's thumb.
Good luck making him see it that way.
Look, Kel's not going to get in trouble.
Kel hopes.
You didn't tell us anything.
Exactly. The party has no idea. They only know that Ivan asked them not to say it. He did not tell them not to say it. He asked.
Oh God.
The choice is yours, Tanis. You are in the room.
God.
It's
Hey,
just a tough
Bosco,
one.
remember when you told me to do more politics?
Bosco hasn't spoken since we started. What up, Bosco?
What up?
I just want to imagine Brian's not even listening to this. He's just been
Imagine
stuffing
he's
his
eating-
face with that kid.
He's watching
Yeah,
the Royal Rumble on his phone.
He's eating cheese.
I'm personally a little chaos gremlin and would reveal that information. Kel would not, obviously. I'm
do
for
hate
chaos.
Baron Dramar.
Okay, you want to wake me? Is the door open?
No.
What now? Brian wants to go in.
The
Yeah.
Sending Stone is open if you want to.
No, is the door
steal
open?
tennis.
You
No,
could.
it is
Monty said you could go in if you wanted.
Well,
She did.
that was before the session started. Like, if anyone wants to go in now, is the
Oh,
time.
okay,
That's
never
what I
mind.
meant. Yeah. Other than that, you guys can listen in through from the sending stones. I'm very sorry.
Well, you could yell at Tanis to something then, Brian, if you want to deal in his ear.
No, I didn't mean to poke you, Bosco. I just wanted to point out that like I tried to make a political story, and I hate it, but I also am glad you're having a good time for people who are,
Politics
solving
are
things.
hard.
They
I'll
are,
go
and
back.
I hate
Never
them,
mind, I'll go
but-
back to being quiet.
Oh,
Oh,
Monty,
God.
uh-huh.
did Kel actually do something? Completely unrelated to the current tension.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Kel would like to go around sort of the food, the catering and all that. Just have detect poison and disease active. Because he also
Absolutely.
has purify food and drink just in case. I
Uh,
sadly cannot get in the meeting to check their shit, but I can at least check stuff out here.
as you look around, the alcohol. It's poison. Oh wait, it is poison. It's alcohol. It's got like a mild.
Wait
poison
a
to it.
minute.
Why
Yeah.
do people drink this stuff?
Yeah.
Just killing
There's-
them.
there's nothing murderously poisoned. The alcohol is kind of triggers the poison, but very lightly because it is technically a poison.
So nothing I need to purify, in other words. All this stuff out
No.
here is fine.
Everything is here. You get the sense that, not to say that your guys are unneeded, but you do have Rigagon, who is essentially like a angel-like entity who also has a similar ability as well. But no, everything is relatively safe, and nothing else has been brought out. So it seems like that's kind of the end of the food. So there's no weird, mustachioed chef coming out with like, with skull cupcakes or something like that. But
all right, I can at least say that Kel did some actual work now.
Mm-hmm. But Tanis, the floor is still yours. It is your choice to make. It seems like, as a group, what do you guys feel? Because this is kind of a group decision. It sounds like Bosco is team out Ivan.
No,
I'm Team
I am not
Chaos.
team out Ivan.
No, you're not? Okay, cool.
Well, don't speak for me.
That's what I felt like you were. I couldn't tell.
But explain your reasoning, sir.
Yeah, explain your reasoning, because you're opposite to some people here.
Because Kel asked us not to do it. We don't do it.
Did Kel ask us not
Kel
to?
said that
When
Ivan
you guys were
doesn't want us to
driving
do it.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, okay.
Kel relayed the message.
Kel relayed the message, so we are fucking over Kel. He's already half a citizen. Do we really want to put him in this position?
Oof.
Actually, all right. Well, then actually, instead of Tanis, let's put it in Kel's hands. Because
He
to
told
be frank,
us, don't
I
tell.
Don't
He already
freaking-
said it.
Yeah, but
I'm
now we got
Kel-
new information.
I'm going to make an executive decision. being
To
in the
not
room.
tell.
Yeah, I'm
Make
not
your
gonna
own
tell him.
choice, Connor.
I'm not going to say anything.
Thank you. We're done.
Okay. All right.
Where's my mute button? There it is.
Once again.
Gosh,
But
sorry,
not in
Bosco.
chaos.
There's a general mulling about of information, but nothing that really is of any importance. But eventually the meeting does come to a close, and Rigagon sort of sits up and goes, "So, of the utmost importance, nothing in this meeting leaves this room. Ensure that if you speak about the events here, that you speak in absolute privacy. It might be best to keep our affairs private and between each other for now. Be careful who you meet with. Ensure that they get home safe, and ensure that they stay safe upon reaching home. In terms of the security of the princes and princesses, you may wish to increase your guardianship, and you may want to restrict leaving access. I understand that for some of you this may be difficult, and for others quite easy." And you see as he turns an eye towards the red dragon and turns back to everybody in the general audience. "Baron Tamar, I have a favor to ask of you." He kind of nods. "If you know of any movement in terms of these disappearing gangs, please keep all of us informed. Knowing the scale of what we may have to deal with would be best. It would not harm ourselves to know where our allies lie, but keep everything on the down low for now. These small, growing movements are of a great concern, but we cannot act too rashly. We don't know the true intentions of the tower. In regards to any matters of the prince or princesses of the city, we lay them to you, Captain Roche." Roche kind of gives a nod. "And your fellow Prince Division. Well, I believe the night has gone old, and we should all begin to take our leave. Gentlemen, ladies." There's a general nod, and everyone raises up, and the door opens, and the meeting is adjourned. As you guys make your way back to the main foyer, you meet up with Kel, Bryant, and Gibby, Tanis.
Yep.
And there's it goes back to prior to the meeting, there was sort of like a more of like a schmoozy kind of thing. The moment the meeting is over, you see some of the dragons actually approach their princesses, even Retta goes "Oh, we should leave post haste," and you see Orville go, "Oh, okay," kind of excitedly make his leave, and various
All right.
others individual kind of making their leave. Is there anything anyone would like to say before people depart?
Yes.
Okay.
Since I'm hanging out with the kid, I'm waiting for that red fucker to come over and get his kid.
Oh boy.
He actually is engaging in conversation with Baron Jamar, apparently. For a while, actually, he talks. But eventually he does head over and kind of looms over the two of you, as I assume you guys are, like, checking out, like, a playthrough on your phone of Undead Neighbors 3, a speedrun.
Gibby's gonna kind of be close by, but not sort of like da 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 da. Of course, Gibby is kind of adorkable, so she'll sort of be a little obvious.
Brian is going to, as they're talking and he sees the red dragon, he's gonna motion for the kid to go get a drink to see if he needs anything.
Oh, I'm good, thanks. I should probably go.
Yeah, actually, I I wanted to talk to your boss real quick. Do you mind
It's
giving
not
us a
my-
quick second?
He's not my boss.
Your drag. I don't know how the terminology works. Sorry, kid.
He's like my friend.
Okay. Well, do you mind if I talk to your friend real quick?
Sure, but just he has a temper. It's just, don't do
I
anything
know.
stupid.
Oh, you don't know me very well.
There's this flash cut to all the times like you've been stabbed or like pissed something off. Okay, don't take too long. I might die.
You'll be all right, kid. And Brian's gonna walk up to the dragon.
He's just standing there next to you, looking at you.
You know, I thought you'd be the one. Out of anybody in this fucking city, I thought you were gonna be the one. But you don't use your fire breath on the fly that's on the wall because it's annoying. And that's the answer to your question earlier, why you won't cut my head off. Because I'm not worth your time. I'm just curious if you'll give me the decency of saying it to my face.
You're not just worth the time. You're not worth the effort.
Good. That on behalf of every prince and princess who's never been able to tell you this to your face, fuck you. You prick. You asshole. You self-righteous runt of the litter who throws his weight around because he's insecure. Believe me, I've been in that same fucking boat. I hate you, and I hate every fucking ancient dragon that you associate with. I don't give a fuck what color they are. Because when it comes to us, people like my friend, we're just batteries to you. But we make all of your fucking worlds work. Without us, all of you are a bunch of fucking runts. And we're
You're
supposed
right.
to defend...
You're right. You're right. Kind of nods. You're right.
What?
Princes and princesses are like batteries to me. And you know what that makes you? A dead battery. And he turns and takes his lead.
If you were human for one day, I'd whoop your ass!
And he leaves.
Fuck!
Gibby comes over, puts a gentle hand on Brian's shoulder.
Don't fucking touch me.
Fine. I was just gonna say, I wish I'd said it too.
Nobody ever fucking listens.
Oh, he listened.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did. The thing is, he's just good at getting under people's skins. That's why he went for that route with you. Otherwise, he would have just nothinged you.
I fucking hate these dragons, Gibby. Not dragons, just these fucking ancient ones. I fucking hate them.
I know. I heard you. Maybe if I had more of a backbone, sometimes I would too.
They got more of a backbone than you think.
Well, Bryant, that's one of the nicest things you've ever said to me. Besides calling me hot, I guess. Turns and walks away.
As you guys turn and walk away, everyone kind of takes their leave. You actually watch from like the inside, like in the park. Or not the park, sorry. From the inside, there's like a garden area that you can see out the window of, and like you watch as the Feylord just walks into a tree and disappears.
I just
How did he do that? That's so cool.
I really want to imagine that he slow walks into it like James from Silent Hill style. Like just bams into the trunk and then slowly just sinks into it.
Yeah, basically just walked through a tree at it and then disappeared. The dragons all slowly depart. Rigagon approaches all of you as a group as Roche kind of comes in, and he goes, "Thank you very much. Your insight was most useful, and your guard was appreciated. Perhaps we should hire the Prince Division in the future for any endeavors involving ancient dragons." And he turns towards you, Brian, and goes, "Or perhaps not. Time will tell."
Yeah. Keep your money. I'm getting real sick of being mercenaries for everybody fucking above us.
Respectfully, our job is to protect princes and princesses.
When we're not on the dragon's payroll, Tanis.
That there begs the question. Is it because you are part of the Prince Division that you would defend princes or princesses? Or is it that who you are that you would do it irregardless of position or payment?
It's my job. I protect people. I've been doing that for as long as I can remember.
I joined the Prince Division to help people. I would do it regardless if I could.
I didn't exactly know what I was getting into when I came here, but I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't do something, regardless of the Prince Division or not. I just have a better chance of not dying if I'm here.
You say that, and yet... He turns towards you, Brian. I don't think you need to say anything.
No, I don't.
Anyway, I will take my leave of you. Have a good night.
Brigagon, sir, if I could maybe walk with you just a second?
Absolutely.
I'll be right back. Gibby will go with him for a second. I just need to pull this up in my notes real quick because I'm trying to remember what this guy's name was. Because I have it. I just want it. Oh, for the love of. All right, go back. No. Where is my thing? Ah, got it. Okay. I'm ready. Are we away from them now?
Yeah, you guys are kind of aside. It's only Rigagon. Baron Jamar is like slowly taking his leave, and you see Ivan and the Silver Dragon. They're currently the only ones remaining at the moment. The Silver Dragon and him are currently in conversation, and Rigagon's talking with you.
I don't know if this is anything to be worried about, but I felt I should mention it just in case. In our recent case with the Medusa, we were at a gathering and I was approached by a spine devil.
I see.
He said his name was Arnarun, I believe.
That's not a name I am familiar with. I assume this was not in the Heavens District.
No, it was not. He didn't know who I was. I don't know if that's changed, considering things that happened, but he did offer me a job because, well, she does a weak gesture to herself.
Understandable. Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he pinged what you can ping off of me because of my condition.
I can ping only your condition.
Yeah.
Your name was Lauren Gibby, correct?
Yes.
Lord Gibby, you have a very, very unique power over creatures like me.
Wait, above game. I thought they sensed that. That's why they were attracted to me.
Yeah, he's reiterating.
So, okay, I wasn't sure. It's like, oh shit, did he not know? I was like, wait, I thought he already knew. Ah. Okay, anyway.
It is possible for that part of your being to be manufactured into a proper weapon. A weapon that one could argue that could be a threat to me and others like me.
That was what I gathered from his job offer, quotation marks. I think I recall him specifically mentioning it would be for work with Celestials.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't know. I imagine in your line of work, maybe this is the sort of thing you deal with all the time, but I thought I should mention it.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
And I implore that you ask truthfully.
Okay.
Were you at any point tempted by this offer?
No. No.
Are
no.
you telling the truth?
No. Yes. I didn't.
Then
fuck that guy.
Then roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 8.
He kind of nods and he turns to you and he goes, perhaps I should present an argument of his a job offering of my own. I am no lofty dragon, and I have no intent of keeping you locked away, but keeping you close would fill me with a sense of ease, especially knowing that you have a brusque and rather frequent relationship with rather unsavory types.
It's true.
I value human freedom. To me, it is of the utmost importance. I have no wish to be a tyrant. But that being said, Gibby, if you fall to any sort of evil force, be it willingly or unwillingly, I will do what is necessary.
She actually smiles at that. I'm glad. Believe me, I'm glad. It's actually really good to hear.
But that being said, he looks kind of towards like Kel and Bryant and Tannis. I'm not at all particularly worried about that happening for the most part. Anyway, I would like to take my leave. Have a good night, miss.
You too, sir. Thank you.
And as he takes a couple steps, he does stop and he goes, the Ark is also included. And he continues walking.
What did he say?
The orc is also included and kept walking.
Oh. Does everybody know my business? Can I insight that real quick as he's going?
Sure.
Can I have a good roll? 19, that's better. I mean, he knows, but it's like, I don't know how I can insinuate if he found out because of the meeting and Roche talking, or did he?
Jesus Christ, these stats. That is going to be a 22. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I wasn't that far off.
Can't get a read on him. I'm very sorry.
This is the weirdest night. I'll go back to the guys.
Before you come back, Tannis will approach Bryant. Is he sitting down or standing up, or?
If there is a wall near where we're standing, he's probably sitting against it, slumped over with his head in his knees.
Tannis will walk over and he'll slide up against the wall next to you.
Bryant will pull his head out of his knees and put it against the wall, but he doesn't turn to look at you.
I get it, you know. I don't like it any more than you do.
We're fucking useless, Tannis.
Sometimes it seems that way, doesn't it?
Sorry, I should clarify. Maybe you're not useless.
And what makes you think you are?
If I have to answer that, you haven't been hanging out with me very long.
Because you get angry and you throw yourself at your problems full force?
Because I cut the head off of kobolds and nearly hit somebody in custody and cursed a lycanthrope and shit talk a ancient red dragon.
Well, we all know that you have an attitude and an anger problem, Brian. But that doesn't mean that you're useless. You've also helped save the lives of all of the princes and princesses that we've had cases for so far. And you've also done a lot of paperwork while you were on sort of punishment leave, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's still not
There's
good
that.
enough. How many people in that office do you think want to see me fired or suspended or just flat out not show up for work one day because I'm dead? I'm just tired of these fucking whole powerful beings getting to do whatever they want. And then when I try to fight back, I'm the bad guy. I have the fucking temper. But that red piece of shit can steal a prince from another dragon and destroy a family and make a good cop retire. But he doesn't face any fucking consequences. And then we're on their payroll, Tannis. They pay us. And now we have to bail them out with this tower bullshit. And there's just a part of me, and I know it's wrong, and I know it makes me an awful person, but there's a little part of me that hopes maybe we don't succeed, and maybe he fucking kills them all. And they just get wiped out and they start from scratch. But
Make
no,
no
we're gonna...
mis-
Go ahead.
You don't make a mistake, Michael. If the tower wins, we all lose, not just the dragons.
I know.
I firmly believe that.
I know.
And then we'll all have been right fuck-ups at our jobs.
Like I told Gibby, I'm just tired of people not listening.
Well, sort of takes his glasses off and he hooks them in his shirt collar and looks down at Bryant, and he sort of does the Slav squat and crouches down to him. Sometimes I feel like that too. Sometimes I wish the people in power would get what they deserve. But in my many, many years, I've come to learn the value of patience. And I know might seem like it's takes forever, but we'll get our opportunity to see that justice is meted out. And you and me, and he sort of leans in and tries to look him in the eye.
Brian will look you in the eye.
You and me are gonna be there when it happens.
Yeah. Thanks, Tannis.
He'll cock a small smile, put his glasses back on, and stand back up.
You guys overhear the end of a conversation between Captain Roche and Ivan goes, well, I hope your rooftop scout maybe found something or it was an unexciting night, but I appreciate your helpfulness. Take care. Goodbye. So Ivan turns and leaves.
As he
Hedras
does
shakes.
that, oh sorry.
Hey,
Hmm.
We need to talk.
Oh, don't
that I-
worry. Dues shall be paid, but I have a marathon to get to, and it's very important. But have a good night.
Hey, at least take this with you.
Hmm?
Kel saved your ass, so maybe treat him like a dragon when it's not convenient too.
What favor? And he kind of steps back and gives you a bit of a wink and then spins and very quickly leaves the room.
Fuck you! Son of a bitch.
Hey, Monty.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in the near future, if possible, Kel would like to catch Bryant away from the others.
Yeah, if you guys want to. If you guys are heading back to the car, that's easy enough.
Yeah, that'll work.
Sure.
All right. You guys can go ahead. You guys are making your way back to the car. There's no one else here. It's just
Oh yeah,
you
go
guys
for it,
now.
Kel.
Kel is going to catch Bryant's sleeve.
Yes.
You always find a way to turn the conversation on me, so please shut up and just listen to me. And Kel is gonna move in for a bear hug. Do you resist?
Nope.
Thank you. For saying the things I cannot. For being my friend. Teaching me more about the world. And helping me grow beyond my naivety. Thank you for being you. For existing, Michael Bryant. I treasure our friendship.
At first, when you hug him, it's arms at the side. But by the time you're done talking, you actually feel him hug you back. And it's a strong hug. Impressively strong for a human. He will politely wait for you to finish. And when you do, he will return with, Kel, you're like one of the only people that's ever listened. And in my eyes, that makes you more of a dragon than anybody in that room. I don't give a damn what your lineage is. All I care about is who you are. People like you are the reasons I don't hate dragons. I just hate those pricks. So thank you for being a friend. But nobody else would. You persistent piece of shit.
And I will never stop. You will
And I-
not get rid of me.
I know, I hate you for it. And I need you to do me a real big favor.
What is that?
I really need you to let go of this hug before somebody looks.
Can I roll a perception check, Monty?
Monty?
Oh,
Monty
I
is
hit
dead.
the mute button by accident. I'm so sorry.
I was like, I'm not going to say anything, but this
How
is
long-
real
Did she
awkward.
leave for this emotional scene?
How
She's
long
like,
was-
oh, this is a Brian scene. I'm out.
Oh, I had to type something really fast. in my
I
notes.
knew it!
Yeah. Okay, I forgot to unmute. I'm sorry.
You're posting me.
Go ahead.
He wants to roll a
and
perception check.
I was not. I was writing something down. All right, go ahead for me and roll a perception. I'm very sorry.
want to
about
see if
that.
He's
anyone's
looking to see if
around.
anybody sees this hug.
And if
Yes,
anyone's
I
approaching.
heard everything. I was like, yeah, go ahead. I even said like, yeah, go ahead, and I was totally here. But
22!
Fuck.
as you're hugging like Bryant, you do notice like walking out of the kitchen, like stopping like midway to exit, just the young woman who was handing out like the champagne kind of stops, and like the Asmar looks side to side, and she quietly closes the door, like, oh, nope, not now.
Woo, I could take that. Nobody will believe her.
I think it's safe to say no one saw anything. Yo, will release the hug and pat Bryant on the back.
Good game, bro. He's going to hand out a fist bump.
double fist bump.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
All right. To the car.
All right.
Who's
as you guys
driving?
As you guys-
Probably the good father.
As you
Yes.
guys make your way to the car, notably Lucy is there when you arrive, and she is actually in the driver's seat, and she looks kind of like wide-eyed, and she's like, "Oh, hi, you guys are back."
Oh.
You okay, Lucy?
Yeah, everything's great. Everyone in.
Insight?
I scoot out of Lucy's lap and into one of the passenger
She
seats.
be a liar. Lucy's a liar. You have some explaining to do.
Yeah, everyone insight.
Go for it.
12.
And that is 9. At least roll 20. Give me the good one on the hug.
Oh, Lucy. Oh no, honey. Anybody else want to roll, or just you guys?
Sure,
I'll
why
just
not?
say, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, 25.
Damn.
Ooh.
At least someone's getting the good rolls.
Cal and Lauren, you get the sense that something is off. Tanis, you get the sense that Lucy is keeping an eye on like random passerbys who are kind of coming past. They're not like threateningly coming past the vehicle, but like, you know, they're people who are at the hotel for whatever reason, kind of making their way out. And you get the sense she's kind of keeping an eye on them, kind of suspiciously, and just kind of just like get in the car.
Okay.
This feels weird.
Let's get in the car then.
All right, as you guys all get in the car, Lucy begins to drive. You guys make it a decent way until she kind of pulls over at a very quiet kind of off-ramp street. And she immediately unplugs the computer, the police computer, and just completely unplugs it. And you watch as she pulls out her phone and she like looks at all of you while she turns it off and then looks towards all of you. Like kind
Yeah,
of
we'll
jutting
turn
her
off his
head a
phone
bit.
immediately.
Okay. Yeah, Gibby will turn her phone off.
This isn't where you betray us all, is it? That was a joke.
I mean, can I... We've incited her. I could incite again. Were you saying that in character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't say anything, but she just points towards the phone, like, turn off your phone. Roche pulls out his phone and turns it off as well.
Click.
Okay.
Brian, did you?
Turn off his phone?
Yeah.
He's gonna check some scores and then put it away.
She's not going to talk to us till you turn the phone off, man.
He'll turn it off eventually.
As you turn off the phones, Lucy turns towards you, Tanis, goes, pop the back tire with your sword. Slash the back tire right now.
I get out of the car and I poke it with a dart.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Hiya! Let's see if I can hit a tire. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
22.
And as you get back in, Lucy said, there's still GPS tracking on some of this gear, so hey, if anything happened, we lost a tire, haha. Okay, while you guys were in your meeting, I was visited by someone on the roof.
Okay. Who?
They said that if you kept the secret, a reward was yours to gain. So here's your reward, and she hands you guys a small slip of paper.
Wait, the person who talked to her said that if we, the Prince Division, keep the secret, we get a reward?
That's probably an agent of Ivon. Love
Okay.
game.
I'll take the envelope and I'll look at it.
All right, and I will provide to you Ivon's secret missive. Right there for you.
He reads it out loud. Jericho Tanis, Zugan the Treacherous, Four-Armed Gargoyle, the Brick Skulker.
Did he... Looks to Lucy. Is that it? Did he say
Oh,
anything?
I didn't. I was told not to open it. I'm sorry, Captain Roche. And Rose's like, no, you're fine. She kind of points. He goes, Cal, you need to eat it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was told you need to eat it after it's read.
Wait, why do I have to eat it?
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't want
Eat the
Kel
paper,
eating
Kel.
this. Can I take a second and cast
sweet
detect
boy.
magic on this?
It is not magical, Laura. It's a piece of paper.
Okay. I mean, I'd rather just burn it up or something.
Eat the paper, dragon boy.
We at least have some
Does
salt and a ketchup.
Doesn't this car have a pilot light or something? Or am
No,
I
it's-
old?
I think you're a little old there, bucko.
Back in my day, we lit our cigarettes with a heated up coil of wire.
I mean,
Check the middle console. We should have some ketchup packets from last time we dealt with Clara.
Oh,
I mean,
let me
how
look.
much do you want to do this by the letter, Kel? Because if you want, Gibby makes some sparks come out of her hand. I could just.
Oh, that works too.
Oh no,
I can
if
just
I was
do
told
that.
to eat it, I'd better eat it because he'll read my mind and I'll be in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, I found a ketchup packet. Here you go.
Thank you. Kel will douse the piece of paper.
It's a very small piece of paper. I just want to note that it is.
Kel will
only...
douse it in ketchup.
Got it. Good to know.
And he will promptly eat it.
Okay, you eat it. It's chewy and
It tastes
gummy and
muffy.
leathery. It
It
tastes
tastes like poor
ketchupy and
life
sweet.
choices.
Like
Yeah, it
KFC
tastes- it-
Beyond Nugget.
It tastes. Yeah, actually. It tastes like ketchupy, sweet, leathery paper. And you swallow it, and it is eaten.
At least the
And I-
ketchup made it.
And I
out.
really hope you guys wrote that down because that's going away now.
Oh
Aw.
yeah? Gyazo, activate.
Hang on. I sort of remember it. I didn't
Or
realize.
love, a screenshot.
Yeah, I already wrote it down.
I'm gonna keep this up forever.
What was the fourth one? The third
Who
one, I mean?
knows? The brick skulker.
No, before that. The
The
four what?
four-armed gargoyle. Can't believe Frank betrayed us.
Now, actually, Monty, is it four armed gargoyles or a four-armed gargoyle?
It's 4-armed space gargoyle.
Also, I don't want to be that guy, but that would be a lot more effective if this wasn't about to be a VOD or on the YouTube.
Yeah. Actually.
You say that.
It's
You-
for dramatic effect. Shut up.
You say that, but you say that when we go back to the Twitch VOD or whatever, and suddenly there's like this mysterious black box in front of the words. Where did that come from? What?
Also, like, if this was IRL, I seriously wonder if I could get someone to eat a piece of paper with a secret message on it.
I
You
would.
could.
If
I
you did
would.
rice paper?
That
I'm
is
a
true. That's
chaos gremlin incarnate. I fucking
Sarah,
would.
that's such a good idea. Eat this message after you've read it, and it's rice paper. That's so good.
Is rice paper edible?
No, yeah.
It's paper made of rice, right?
Should be. I mean, I think it's easier to eat than regular paper. I just want to Google that now.
And before the Prince Division Discord chat just starts spamming the fucking screenshot everywhere.
Yes, they do make edible rice paper sheets.
Huh.
Hell yeah. Alrighty.
Print the message on a cake. I'm assuming this is the list of people that are known to be working with the tower.
To be fair, at this point, I think that list is much longer. Maybe this is more like the people closest to him. Like
His bodyguards.
yeah, or like his, right hands or whatever.
I think it's safe to say this is Zugan the Treacherous is the one that visited our Medusa friend.
Yeah.
As for the Brick Skulker and this four-armed gargoyle. Yeah, I have no ideas.
Above game, are gargoyles usually four-armed, or is that like a special thing for this
You
boy?
met one gargoyle once, and he only had 2 arms, and he was a shopkeeper fellow who managed
Yeah.
a shop.
So is he like? Well, I guess what I mean is the 4-armed gargoyle like an aberration, like a mutation or something that's normally not supposed to happen?
Boo. I'm shrugging.
Roll Arcana.
I'm shrugging. If you,
I can roll it. I'll roll it. I got a 13.
you don't
Shrugging.
know.
Just shrugging. Looks to Kel. Why do you think Ivan would give us this information? Is that the reward, or is this information we can use for ourselves?
It has to be things we can look into. Well,
Oh, wait a minute.
Jericho aside.
Oh, wait a minute. He said if we keep the secret, we get the reward. We already have this information we could have and still tell. Is there something else he's talking about in terms of a reward?
We did not know about the 4-armed gargoyle or the brick skulker before. Jericho and Zugan we did know. If this is
know.
the main lieutenants for the tower, then we at least have a focus.
There is something really important about that note.
It's edible.
It
I
is
wish
edible.
I wish now we had perception checked it or something before Kel ate it.
Quick, throw it back up. Do it.
Punch him in the
Punch
stomach.
Kel in the gut. No, I don't.
Is this a puzzle, like the letters arranged or something?
It's not
It's
that.
interesting that Jericho's name is misspelled. Unless that was unintentional.
Fuck. Well,
You didn't have to say anything. I didn't.
Well, she said interesting. So I thought, what looks out of place? Jericho's name is wrong.
Lucy, your boyfriend is a traitor. I can't believe this.
That's where my mind was going.
There's only one in antennas.
I can't say it out loud. If you guys can't figure it out, then I'm gonna have to just leave it as it is.
Is it- I mean, is it something to do with the treacherous one? Because usually don't dragons
No.
have to be of a specific rank to have that name?
Oh, they're given titles by ancients if they have a specific quality to them that gives them a title. So the treacherous title was probably added in by Ivan.
I don't know.
Oh. What? No, that doesn't make any sense.
What do you
Hmm.
got?
Is Zugan a mole? If Ivan gave him the moniker the Treacherous, that could be an endearing moniker. Like
Ivan
Zugan is working for Ivan as an inside man.
Oh!
So
Ivan was already aware, and he seemed shocked that someone else learned of Zugan.
You're
so
saying Zugan's
that's why
Zugan's a
why
secret
he
agent.
didn't want us to say anything at the meeting because that would have jeopardized things.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. Zugan's what do you call him, a double agent?
A double agent.
That's if you're right about that.
If
I
I'm right
mean,
about that.
I couldn't glean anything else from this, so I'm kind of
But-
hoping you're right.
Counterpoint. He really fucked us over by destroying the oh my god, I'm flatlining.
Medusa.
Right.
If he was under orders from the towers, he had to follow those orders.
Yeah, I guess, but
Wait a minute.
she was really important.
Sort of, but also think of it this way. I mean, this is totally me just theorizing. It might not just be Zugan that's the double agent. Everybody on this list could be the double agents he has helping him. Your brother could actually be doing the double agent thing as well. That would make it easier to work with Zugan as well, because it's going to be hard to get under the nose of a dragon. Like,
Just Fortnite dancing in the corner over here.
I can't tell if that is a positive or a negative thing.
It's a neutral thing. That's what I do whenever I'm very neutral about things.
Yes.
I don't know if I believe
Default dance 1.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the floss.
Connor's
I
idea is about the only thing.
I don't want to help you out in any way, but I feel like I want to kind of nudge you, but I don't want to help. It's up to you guys. Do you guys want a little nudge, or do you want me to just leave it?
Monty, we've gone off the rails so many times we may need a nudge. Think of how many times we've derailed things, gone completely off the fucking deep end.
I just had like one of those, you know, Marvel Pictures thing where it shows all the panels.
Let me lead you through this. This is clearly information that Ivan knows. He knows this stuff. Jericho Tannis is on that list.
Like
So
I said,
he knows my brother.
like I said, that leads me to believe again that Jericho's doing double agent shit too, which means your brother is working with Ivan.
Slow nod that Ivan is aware of your brother's involvement.
Well, clearly.
And he didn't mention anything about that.
Ah, so that's the reward. You kept his secret, he kept yours.
Yep.
So we're entirely off base about Zugan being into double agent.
I don't know if we are.
Fortnite dancing.
Or are we? Oh, maybe.
Well, we're
find
gonna
out.
we're gonna talk to Ivan eventually, regardless of what's happening, and then we'll learn for sure.
I guess we would have found out eventually in that case anyway, because Chad's like, can we fucking talk to Ivan? Well, Gibby will sort of make to get out of the car. Anyway, I guess one of us should change the tire so we can get going again.
One of us, Captain Roach says. Everyone out of the car, we're fixing a tire. Kind of gestures for all you guys to get out. All right.
Yeah, we'll get out.
And as you guys make your way back to the precinct, we'll take a break here because I really need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I could go get a soda, but then my computer might explode while I'm gone. Ah! Ew, I just liked how shocked everyone was.
Ladies
about
and
that.
gentlemen,
It made
welcome
me
into the
laugh.
halftime show. Apparently, I left at the best time. That's ominous.
Crazy.
Do I even want to know who won Burnout? Is it going to hurt my soul?
Don't say it in chat if there are people. The sign caught fire.
Oh, it
twice?
caught fire yeah, I know it caught fire once. I can't believe it caught fire a second time.
What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah, the WrestleMania sign at the Royal Rumble caught fire, and so they evacuated that section.
That's why they point to it all the time. That's
Exactly.
They're like, hey, it's on fire.
And then I left, and apparently it happened again, which is even funnier.
You're shitting me. That is
Speaking
hilarious.
of, that stupid requirement and animation bullshit better not be in the next game.
Boy, I hope so.
I'm surprised they're even looking at the next game.
It's coming out in March.
Yup.
Testing will be done as was done with 2K20. So
Burnout, just message me the winner because I'm curious, and I'm not going to watch it if it's bad.
Hang on,
see
I'm gonna look it
what's
up.
wild.
Don't put it in the chat in case there's a
I won't.
spoiler.
Yeah, I know.
So for those of you that are curious, no, I was not watching the Rumble while I was quiet. And apparently, I didn't miss anything.
You're fucking kidding me.
Wait. Who just messaged? Are you serious? No! No! Why? Oh, I hate this company. Oh, Christ. I hate this company so much.
Man, I don't even know what this is. I just know it's wrestling, but I'm gonna look it up too. So
I
I can
don't,
see
but
what's the
that
thing.
is.
I was gonna look this up.
They already did that with Money in the Bank. Why? Ah!
You know, they were in St. Louis. I could have gone and watched this, but I elected not to. Because
Sounds like a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. I'll be real. So let's just get this straight. So the women's Royal Rumble was kind of meh. The women's title match was blah. They screwed up the men's title match. I didn't see the tag match with Edge and Beth, but if the Miz somehow won that match, I'm just gonna. They ruined the Rumble.
I just looked it up. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait, who?
Oh,
who
you
won
know
what?
why.
Oh yeah, because they decided she needed to be here.
Yep.
I was even that when I already heard that. I was like immediately when I heard that I was like no.
Is WWE just trying to make their show all about like 5 wrestlers total?
Basically,
there's seems like it.
Either you're already a star, or they decide to make you a star, and then we'll push you
Hey,
even if we
everybody
hate
who
you.
likes Dungeons and Dragons, you know, the thing the stream's about.
Hang on, hang on. I have to look this up.
Welcome to the WWE
What?
Hate Owner podcast.
Wait,
It's the
why was
halftime show. Let me have this.
wait a minute. Why was he even in the Rumble?
Thank you. That's my point.
That oh
Yeah, Sarah, that's exactly the
no.
point.
I haven't even watched WWE for like what, half a year to a year, and I'm just like, wow.
Good
Yeah.
decision.
Way to book it.
Man, there's so many good people on that in that 30 people. You could have had win instead. You know, you could have had no, you want that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, talk about bad character development and storytelling.
Fair, that's WWE in a nutshell.
God, that hurts.
That is what
Like I think the best match of the night was the first one.
I would. Oh no.
AJ Styles?
That was Seth. That was Seth versus Roman. Like that was actually decent storytelling. And I got why they did the finish, but holy crap. When I saw that finish, I didn't think it would end up the way that it did with everything else that transpired.
Yeah, that was apparently
God.
supposed to be a good match.
Actually, Logan Paul was in WWE, and I don't like to talk about it. Monty, are you back?
Monty is muted.
I'm eating. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, take your time. I got
That's
plenty
right.
to talk about. And get off.
Sustenance.
I got
gonna
plenty
go
to talk
grab
about
a-
and get off my chest. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sarah.
go ahead. No, go ahead, dude. I forgot I was gonna go grab a soda and take a quick pee break before we start up again. Ugh, better go do that. BRB.
The joys of drinking
Wait,
soda.
Shane was in the Rumble? Please tell me you're joking, Grizzly. Why? Oh. Do you have they have nobody that they can on their roster that they can use. Nobody. If that's who you put in.
Fired everyone.
I know.
they sure
Well, they
fucking
fired
did.
everybody except for Mustafa Ali because he wanted to be released, so they're spiting him. So you'll never see him for another 2 or 3 years. All because he had a fight with Vince McMahon over a reportedly insensitive storyline.
You okay, Monty?
Monty's still muted.
Yeah?
That was Sarah.
Yeah, she's eating. That's Sarah.
Oh god, I thought Monty was like yelling at the cats
No.
or something. Here, have a picture of this dog, everybody.
Dog?
I will say this. While you
Only
guys
to
were
the
having a
chat.
scene, I did have to get up and move Hop to the bathroom because he was consistently meowing.
No, that's totally fine. Whenever I'm on screen, most people, how dare you? Whenever I'm on screen, most people typically tune out, use the bathroom, do what they got to do, and then come back and watch the rest of the show.
When I was thinking, I wanted to start watching again.
Look at that boy.
Our call stop.
Just remember that time in the middle of a stream. We just went back and forth for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we
doing
just
that.
kept meowing at each other.
Pissed off chat.
Oh, they were so mad. They were like, "What the hell?"
And also that time we were just repeating the same lines back and forth over and over again.
To be fair, you are sleep deprived. Huh?
Huh?
What?
To be fair, you are sleep deprived. Huh? It's like, all right, we have to stop this. Stop the madness. That's some shepherd. Rex. Grunt. Shepherd.
Yep. We would have done that if we could have gotten away with it at the party.
Probably. That was the best. I was so happy. If you
Sorry
got the
about
joke,
that.
you got the joke.
I should have said yes to that, and I feel bad for telling you guys no.
About what?
That bit.
What, Shepard and Rex?
In the Prince Division, yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. It just didn't carry
Oh.
on as long as
We did it at the
could've.
party. Yeah, that was our
Fair-
cover
fair-
name.
Fair enough. I couldn't remember. I thought I said no.
You said no to those being our real names, but you didn't say no to them being our temp names. Got him. You like
Hold
how I
on.
worked Rex as a nickname into the whole fucking show?
For all you weird wrestling weirdos, I'm putting this in the Prince Division General for you to enjoy.
What the fuck is a weird wrestling weird?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Ramapampoline, Rumbo-bampoline.
Ramampoline. Rumbapoline.
Yeah.
Forever Botchamania. I'm guessing that's an internet meme reference that I don't understand.
I just like the pictures with the way you guys are
I just like the pretty pictures.
Well, the way you guys are talking about everything, it just like the pictures of Homer there really encompassed what I thought the energy was. So
Indeed.
There we go.
all right,
Hey,
you guys get to
hey.
keep going.
Correct.
All
Sure.
right,
I don't know. I guess so.
you guys did zoom through things, so
We did?
We did?
yep, things went pretty quickly.
I was going to
That's
say,
only
well,
because
it's
we were
almost.
actually paying attention. We weren't
Yeah,
having
it is a-
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, I got confused. I thought the whole point of the meeting was like we can just walk in and out of the meeting at will. Just like go and do a little dance, come back out. Okay, I'm good. That was what I
yeah.
pictured.
Could've
I
gone
didn't.
inside the meeting room. I would have had Kel check the food in there.
Mhm.
Check the food.
There was mostly drinks in there. Actually, Tannis can attend. It was mostly just like hard liquor.
Like if I thought
So
Gibby
that's
could get away
nitpicking
with,
it all.
like if I thought Gibby could get away with like going in for a minute and doing detect thoughts, I would have. But it's like nah. There's too many high
On
level
dragons? What are you, crazy?
Again, that spell works. It's only if you go deeper that they notice. But
Sarah,
also,
Sarah,
I'm not-
there's a mechanic in Dungeons and Dragons I need to explain. It's called
Aw.
legendary resistances.
They can
You
just
can
tell
say
you to
no.
fuck off.
They literally have a no button. They have 3 no buttons they can use, and they can just decide that something doesn't affect them, which is really.
Which means even if you were to
Yeah.
somehow beat their ridiculous fucking saves, they're just going to nope it.
but detect thoughts doesn't have a save.
Not unless you go deeper.
Yeah, again, I would only go surface level.
But how do you know they wouldn't be able to know that you cast something?
Well, again,
It
that's the thing I was
specifically says
thinking.
spells,
There's a
so-
Fey Lord and Rigagon in there. Plus, I don't know what those dragons can do. But I'm also just saying, look, you can say that, Monty, but with that attitude, you'll never get anywhere without trying.
That's fair. You know what?
I just
Touche.
look, Gibby can just go in there and just squint at everyone real hard and freaking do it. She has the willpower.
All right. So, as you guys make your way back to the precinct, you guys are park the car, make your way out, and another day done.
And Kel, go say hi to Timmy. After we
The
park the car.
Oh yeah, the car honks excitedly and like pops open the door for you guys to drive home.
So how late is it anyway?
At this point, it's like probably after having to change out a tire and drive all the way back, I'd say it's probably like slightly past midnight.
So what do we have work tomorrow or anything? What's going on?
Yeah, come back and do basically paperwork.
I'm now going to shoot a text at Durza being like, you done?
You get a response with, unfortunately not.
What a bitch.
Text back, let's sigh. All right.
You get a response back going, I'm sorry, I have to do rounds. And I don't mean the rounds that you police officers eat either. Less fun.
Text. Wait, you mean donuts?
Yeah.
Okay. Human kisses.
Or kisses.
Fucking calls them
damn it.
rounds.
Durzup does.
I'm just remembering when Kel told Gibby that she needs to teach her boyfriend basic math.
You say one toast plus 2 tasks.
I just imagine Gibby and Durzup walking. There's like a triangular fucking sign, and he points and goes, "Circle!"
Yeah,
Gibby
that's
looks at
about
the
right.
Gibby looks at the camera. You just hear in her head, "I had sex with him, man."
No, I imagine be like, no, triangle. And then Durzup just goes and bends it out of shape into a circle. And it's like, circle.
No, it's a circle.
Like,
No.
yeah, okay, it's a circle. That's unfair.
Whoa.
He just can't count above 20 is all. I'm sure he can do basic shapes.
Are you sure he can get to 20? Do we have a confirmed recollection of him getting to the number 20 in a full count?
Next time we see Durzup, we're just gonna make him start counting, see how far he
Yeah.
can go.
Basically. So start at 1 and don't stop until you can't
Show 'em
anymore.
Show 'em our badges. What is this number?
Don't
You see,
bully
the
my
higher
boyfriend.
you count, the less needles are in the equation.
Bully my boyfriend. You're being bullies.
I mean, it's true, but it's because we love him.
Okay,
Okay,
laugh
tell-
at York who can't count.
Okay, tell you
Aha,
what.
laugh
The
at
only one.
York.
No,
Okay, tell you what.
Connor,
Tannis,
Connor,
you bring your daughter and she can make these jokes.
Connor. Durzup can't count. Durzup can't count. Durzup cannot count. Oh,
That's an
man.
inside joke using a Mario song.
It is an inside joke.
I will allow these jokes if Tannis's daughter does them, because Durzup don't got no defense against her, and I'm just gonna be like, no, you earn this from her.
You know that whole
Listen.
21 thing Connor does? I imagine that with just Nefane and Durzup. Durzup being the one to say 21.
The plot twist is that then later Tannis walks in and he finds Tannis's daughter teaching Durzup how to count. Like, Dad, we became friends and now I'm teaching him. She changed my life.
I just want to put an image in your head. Imagine Amelia sitting with like 5 orcs behind her, just like losing their minds because she's doing math homework.
Yep.
And one of them's just like, they put letters in math. You can't do that.
It's like the opening scene from Megamind with the flashcards, except the roles are reversed.
I imagine it's just this GIF, with Amelia being the guy in the center, and the orcs being the ones behind him.
All right. So, as you guys make your way home in the comfortable interior of Timmy, Tannis, you make your way home to Nefane, currently asleep, kind of lounging on the couch with her snake hanging out. And she goes, "Oh, hey, Dad." She kind of turns off the TV.
Hey, enough.
Working late?
Yeah, had a meeting.
Ooh, lame.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
Want some tea?
Yes, I'd love
Okay.
some.
Here, hold Mr. Bubbles, please.
Oh, all right. I'll scoop up Mr. Bubbles as best I can.
Just kind of hold him. And she runs over and she flicks on the kettle. Do you want hot chocolate or tea?
Tea, please, sweetie.
Okay. Chamomile or Earl Grey?
Chamomile.
Or do you want this herbal blend?
Chamomile's fine.
Okay. So, did you do anything cool?
I talked in front of a whole bunch of people.
Oh, that must have been scary. I have to do that for a science report.
Oh yeah? What kind of
Yeah.
science?
It's for biology class. You know, me and Amelia are in the same class together.
Yeah.
Each of us have to do like the function of a different party part. I have the lungs, which is, you know,
They're
pretty
important.
cool. They're really cool. I didn't realize we had a bunch of like feely things inside of our lungs. That's creepy.
Mm-hmm. And a bunch of sacks.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
What happened? Do you remember that time your lung collapsed when you were in a fight?
Yes. he looks down. He like tries not to remember.
When I was like a little baby, remember?
I remember getting scolded by your mother quite thoroughly about that.
What happened? What happens? Is it just like a sucking
Well,
motion, like it just like deflates?
well, that's it's a bit extreme. he's just sort of like idly. He's holding the snake in one hand. And he's just sort of idly rubbing like a scar, like a surgery scar on his ribs. Well,
Well, maybe tomorrow when you're more awake, you can tell me about it and I can put it in my school report.
yeah. Let's not give you anything to have nightmares about.
Oh, I wish I got arms. You'd have so much to say about broken arms and stuff.
He just a quick flashback of all of like the arm bars that Tannis has had to put people in when they were trying to rush the stage or some shit just flashed through his mind briefly, and he just nods. Yep.
Or maybe legs. Have you ever broken your leg?
Flashback to putting somebody in an ankle lock.
At the same time as putting someone in an arm lock.
Yeah. Not my legs.
Whoa. That's cool, Dad.
Don't you forget you heard that.
Oh, no, I gotta keep that in.
Don't tell people.
Oh, tea's
It's
done.
about lungs. Yes, the tea.
Oh, I wonder what happens if when... Oh, actually, you probably still have blood flow. Never mind. Here you go. She pushes you the mug.
What?
Oh, I just thought if you break an arm, does that mean your blood stops flowing there? But that's silly. It does, right?
No, they're breaking the arm is just
It's just the
it's
bone.
just the bone. Yeah, all of the
Lame.
other things work. That's called your circulatory system, and that still functions.
Somewhere the medical professional Kel Zorin is having a fit and does not know why.
I sense a great disturbance.
I sense something really, really stupid. Starts it thinking again?
Damn, we're relentless tonight.
Jesus, Connor, come on.
As that poor orc and NPC. Blech.
Dude, you just flash cut to Durzub just walking down like an alleyway going, I have a girlfriend, I have a girlfriend. Just like having a good old time, and y'all are just bullying him.
The essence of friendship is bullying your friends.
All right, well, Dad, I'm gonna go trance, okay? Keep him, Mr. Actually, I'll put him away. Here, give me. Trade you tea for snake.
Yep.
Thank
Take
you.
the tea. You take the snake.
Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, sweetie.
All right. Gibby and Kel, you guys make your way back to your apartment.
Yes, after hopefully getting dropped off, because Gibby don't really want to walk by herself.
It's weird because like Timmy is a self-driving car. And like notably remains at whoever they drop off last, so they stay with you, Gibby.
Oh, it's nice. I'll go to my door, and as I'm closing the front entrance, I'll just be like, "Thank you, Timmy."
You watch as the wind wipers like fold outwards and then kind of shift back and forth, like as if to do like a little waving motion, then collapse back and then go back into position.
I guess I will make my way up to my front door.
I'd like to think Kel taught him how to wave.
You would. You absolutely 100%. That's canon. Yes.
I would. That's the thing.
Kel, as you make your way to your apartment, nothing happens You do kind of hear some errant meows in the apartment opposite to yours, home of Breeze Rot. But as you make your way into your apartment, it is untouched. It's very pleasant, and yeah, anything you want to do to unwind for the evening is yours to do.
Gil is going to go faceplant on the bed and immediately fall asleep, not even bothering to change his clothes.
All right.
Stressful day dealing with the White Ancient.
Yeah. Bryant, as you make your way to your apartment, you expect to hear the bouncing drolls of a party, or perhaps the smell of pink strawberries wafting through the door frame. But as you enter into your apartment, you see currently hanging out is Kobe in a high chair that you never purchased or owned.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
And you see on the couch in a family-sized bag of cheese puffs, like the kind of long cheesy puff snacks, currently sleeping belly up is Zobi.
He's in the bag?
He's inside of the bag, yes.
Like using it like a sleeping bag?
Yeah. His head is sticking out, and then there's a cheese puff sticking out on the other side. Notably, open next to him is the pay-per-view catalog for your TV.
Oh no. Is Zobi asleep?
Yeah, he's asleep.
I'm gonna be broke. Monty, did he order prawn?
Prawn? Oh no, he didn't order prawn.
Okay, good.
He got some downhill dirt biking tournament
What?
stuff. He also got the darts championship.
Darts?
Uh-huh.
Okay, at least those are probably cheap. Nobody watches that.
He got 2 movies as well. One that's like just came out like recently, like just came out.
That's expensive.
And then an old, really crappy like B movie.
Okay, that's not too bad. Oh my god.
Looking at everything, it amounts to about 30 gold.
Oh god. Do I have to detract that from my salary? I do?
On your account, yep.
Oh no! Why?
You invited this into your home.
You will never financially recover from this.
I shouldn't have asked. I should have just pretended like it was already covered. Oh.
To be fair, we did just get paid.
Right.
It ruined you.
30 in a night though, bro.
Okay, I'll give me back the 20.
You're also not
she
sure where
realized it.
you're also not sure where the cheese puffs came from because you didn't have those, and the high chair as well is a new development. It's a nice high chair. It's like a wood high chair.
If he put those on layaway, I'm not paying for it. Is my dog asleep?
He's currently in the high chair, like.
Is he trying to get out?
Yeah, he seems to be like seatbelt in.
Can I go let my dog out of a fucking high chair?
There's a convenient like tail hole, but yeah, you managed to collect your child.
Okay.
I'm picturing my niece when we put her in the high chair and she wants to get out and she's just wiggling back and forth.
Yeah, you managed to collect Kobe and shoulder him.
Cool. I'm gonna let him sleep in the bed tonight.
Okay.
And Bryant's gonna curl up with his basculus, and he's gonna try to sleep and not have a lot of luck, and he's probably just gonna cry himself to sleep whenever he can finally pass out.
Okay. And as the day ends, and an uncertain future lies ahead, the very fate of Rampoon City and its denizens in threat, that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh, running on time.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Austin.
We
Take care, Austin.
Have a goodbye, Austin.
Yeah, you guys
Episode
do.
44.
44.
What were you
I
about
thought
to say,
things-
Monty?
Oh, I thought things were gonna take way longer. You guys got through it so fast. I usually always bank on you guys taking longer on average. So good job, guys.
We were super focused on the meeting. There were too many people really powerful there to really provide for shenanigan opportunity.
There was a part of me that wanted you guys to like somehow notice like Lucy having her little private interaction.
You didn't tell us
Because-
where she was.
Yeah, that was intentional. It's just like where's
I think
Lucy?
that's what that missed perception check early on was, because we failed that group check, remember?
You failed several checks, but you know it happens.
Welcome to the Prince Division. What the?
Woo!
Yeah, we got a lot of nat ones in a row on that.
Next session will be very interesting. I will say that much. So this is a very natural ending point.
Well, I guess we should wrap it up then. Next week
Yeah.
we're gonna try to
Attempt
get through
Gateway?
an episode of Gateway.
Gateway 2.
Yes. Provided no motherfuckery happens.
I mean, you're at least covered this time. By the way, Connor, do you want to get real pissed off?
What's that?
I had an issue with my Discord and it's already been resolved.
Why would you
did
do
Discord
that?
support get back to
They
you?
actually did, yes.
When did this happen?
Like the last couple of days.
Why would you do this to him?
It's
I
a
just-
conspiracy.
I don't know why they hate you, bro, but like there's something that's up because they absolutely got back to me.
Ayo, Discord.
Maybe you should
What
submit
the
another
fuck?
ticket.
I have. I'm gonna submit a fucking ticket every day now. A new
Sometimes
one
that's what
every
you have to
day.
do.
Hi, I noticed that I still couldn't log into my account.
Every single Twitter post, every single day. I'll be there until you fix this shit for me. Arkolf, where can they find you?
Narcot.
Arkolf is dead.
I was considering. I'm gonna be nice.
No. Saying that, he tossed aside a very large rock.
You can find me on twitch.tv/Arkolf. I just finished Dad of Boy. That'll be going up on YouTube archive soon enough. I'll be starting .hack GU Last Recode this coming Tuesday with
Why do you
Scarlet Nexus
hate
on Wednesday.
yourself?
What do you mean?
You're playing a dot hack game.
I enjoy the .hack games.
You
It's
watch
good.
the anime too?
The anime's not good. The music is. Story and pacing not.
It's got a really slow pace, unfortunately. I love the concept.
The concept's nice. Others have tried to mimic it afterwards, and they kind of
Mixed
fail.
success.
And thus a Sakai was born.
Isaac.
And there was
yeah.
much lamenting throughout the lands.
.hack at the very least is not an isekai.
Why do you play dot hack though? I guess it confuses me.
It's a good
The
game,
games are-
apparently.
The games are fun. I mean, I like the ones that
It's a solid
Arcov are playing
RPG.
better.
Yeah, I've heard it's a very, very solid RPG, but I myself haven't played it. I've just heard good things about it.
The first four
It's
games are rough gameplay wise, but they set up a lot of story, and as stated, the music's really nice.
I mean, I always have an issue with repetitiveness in those games, but that's because, you know, you can only do so much to mimic the whole open world RPG MMO thing inside a oh my god, words. Singular game engine. To that end, they do okay, but you can only do so much. It's better than the first four games, which I literally would be doing dungeons just to level up, and I would actually fall asleep and wake up to like the virus coming in because I let the time go too far.
Yep, I've done that too. The good thing about Last Recode is they added a fourth volume for GU. So there's more, it continues the story and finishes it out completely.
We are now a wrestling and .hack only podcast. If you subscribed for D&D, then I
I'm
regret
good with
to
that.
for you.
So sorry.
Look, Final
I'm
Fantasy
good with that.
14, Mass Effect, and Dragon Age aside, I know more about .hack than most other games.
What?
That's impressive.
Why the? Oh man.
I have a very eclectic mix of games I enjoy.
You do. Did you play Breath of Fire 3?
I played 4.
You should play 3.
Is Breath of Fire good?
3 is. 3 is really good.
I've heard 3 is good. 4 is damn good. 5 and beyond, stay the fuck away from it.
Gotcha. Do you
Suddenly-
need to know? Do you have to play Breath of Fire 1 and 2?
Nope.
No.
3?
They're
Nope.
all their own
They're all
thing.
independent.
I suddenly
Oh,
want
cool.
to play fucking, in terms of eclectic games, I want to go play fucking Shining Tears Exa again. Is it
Did
Shining
you ever
Tears?
play Indigo Prophecies, Sarah?
Oh fuck, I loved
Oh,
Indigo
God.
Prophecy.
Yeah,
Except when
okay,
it,
'cause
you know,
that's your
except
kinda
when it
game.
crapped the bed at the end.
Yes,
but
it did ruin the end.
I
Have any
loved
of you
what
ever
they did with
played-
that.
Any of you ever played Rogue Galaxy for PS2?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I
Yes.
own it, but I
Right.
haven't played it.
Damn good game.
It is one of the
Splendid
many-
music.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's,
but
it's one of the
we are,
many JRPGs I own but haven't played.
you're missing the ultimate PlayStation game. Guys, you need to go play Bubsy 3D.
Oh.
I played that.
You're hilarious.
I own that game.
Man, I want another Shadow Hearts game. That's what I fucking want.
No,
It's
I
been
want another
years.
fucking Eternal Darkness. Give me
Play
another Eternal Darkness. You, if
Eternal
you're a horror
Darkness.
fan, you owe it to
Good.
yourself to
Yo,
try Eternal Darkness.
Bosco,
Yeah.
if we ever do a stream, I have Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. I've
Have you
never
played it?
before. I've never
Eternal
played it before.
Darkness?
You've never played it? You and I
I've
need to play that
never
game. You
played
will
it.
love it.
It's so much
Yeah.
fun. That
You
is
will love it.
legit one of my top 5 horror games.
Oh yeah,
You-
I've heard nothing but
Eternal
good things about it.
Darkness.
If you, whenever you play that,
wait a
you let me
minute.
know. I'll jump on your
Connor,
stream 100%.
Isn't there like
Eternal
something
Darkness.
related to that about fighting the dead, fighting the living as the
mean,
dead?
You mean the Eternal Darkness, made by the man behind the Legacy of Kain series, Dennis Dyack, who is currently working on Dead House Sonata, the game where you play as the dead to fight the living?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that game.
Yeah. Seriously, hey, look, if Arkhov comes to visit us, I have the game and I have a GameCube. I will pull that stuff out and we will have a night.
I am fully vaccinated now.
Oh, I should switch this over to the slideshow page. What am I doing?
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
rain sound is depressing.
I know.
Sarah, where can they find you before we get off track?
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. Shill.
Monty, where can they find you?
Rails.
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter and at Monty Glue on Twitter and twitch.tv/Monty Glue.
Nice.
Tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow's gonna be Pokemon. I'm gonna get through the victory road. That's all my goal is for tomorrow, and then
Okay.
maybe some sporadic streams. We'll see. And then Thursday is Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Check out my Twitter. I also need to upload the Resident Evil playthrough that we did. I'm actually gonna try and do that here pretty soon. Did I show you? Bosco, remind me to show you the thumbnail I got for that for YouTube. If I haven't
The
already. showed
thumbnail
you.
for the Resident Evil one we did?
Yeah, I got a custom thumbnail made for that.
Yes, I will. I want to see this.
Okay, here I'll grab it while people are still doing their outros.
Distortion Devil, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, as I plugged earlier. Game where you plays the Dead to Fight the Living. They just provided updates for the playable demo that they released a while back. You can go check that out at deadhousesonata.com. Also check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition subclasses, including the Warpath Barbarian that I just released a while back, and I'll be holding a poll to see what the next subclass I'll release will be. Yes.
That's the thumbnail?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Like
can't
the
remember.
one picture of Bosco that exists on the internet.
Look at that old ass picture.
Oh God, why did you put me in the fog like glaring at you?
no.
That's so fucking creepy.
Oh no, it's like
God.
Mufasa.
I
That
think
day
when
we received
Radley
a
made
grim
this.
reminder.
I think I remember saying, in the most weird way possible, included this picture of Bosco. I think was one of the things I asked for. Was just put him in the most inappropriate place possible.
Well, they did it. They absolutely did it.
If you want to see this thumbnail, I'll be uploading the.
The only way that could be worse is if somehow you were on the left side and I was slightly looking at you. That would make it a little bit worse. But other than that,
I like the fact that you're looking directly at the camera.
like, hello.
Oh God!
You're about to
stop
watch this video.
Staring into my soul. God,
I love it.
hate
It's
it.
so good.
That's the most genuine smile I've ever had.
Yeah, you look actually happy there. It is a nice.
It's because I was at a Bulls game.
That makes sense. Anyway.
I do have a suggestion for someone we could raid.
Oh, we need a name title. We need a title for this episode.
Well, hold on.
too.
Before we get a title, we have to talk about our sponsor, Die Hard Dice.
That too.
Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice.
I only rolled one. I have a confession to make. Diana, please forgive me. I actually didn't roll Die Hard Dice today. I used a singular D20 today. Hey, listen. But listen, they were given to me by a fan of the show at a convention. So I don't know if they are Die Hard Dice. I don't think they are. But I used some fan sent dice to me that were given to me at a convention. So
I have a confession.
Oh God.
I was just saying, if I have a confession, I've never rolled Die Hard Dice. So there we go.
we need to fix that.
Yes, we do need to fix that. Hashtag. Let us
And if
know
you
this
don't
is
have
okay.
Die Hard Dice, you need to fix that as well.
Indeed. You as well can purchase some Die Hard dice and hopefully be able to roll them on your funny D&D show by going to dieharddice.com and using the code Unexpectables ! To save 10% off your order at dieharddice.com, your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. Yes.
Oh.
I agree.
Bosco, you have so many stores that sell so many Die Hard Dices, but you can also get Die Hard Dice in stores as well. They sell.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of what you just said. I'm on Twitter, and that was a mistake.
You fool.
Sports can make you real sad, ladies and gentlemen.
Also,
Why be sad at
speaking-
sports when you can have Die Hard Dice?
Because I saw the statistic that at the age of fucking 44, Tom Brady threw for 43 touchdowns and 5,300 yards. And to put that into context, the Chicago Bears have never had a passer throw for 30 TDs or 4,000 fucking yards. And I'm like, right, thanks for reminding me, Twitter. I'm well aware.
When's the last time you saw a bear throw anything in the woods?
And
I don't
speaking
know.
of
Let me
bears-
ask you, because it apparently is very convenient that you always see bears. Have you ever seen
They're
them throw
sleeping.
anything?
I'm safe for now, and they're safe
Uh-huh.
for now. Anyway,
And
sorry,
speaking
Connor.
of
Please continue.
conventions, if you want to see us at your local convention when times are less shit, talk to your convention heads. Maybe have them invite us.
Yeah, have them invite us. What could go wrong?
That
Yeah.
goes for digital conventions too. I know there's like
That
a
is
few
true.
tabletop digital conventions. I actually got invited to one year, which was really cool. But it'd be really cool to run something at something like that. So the only way they're gonna know that is if you comment about it. So
is if you, the viewer, say something. Yes. We should probably get to some business us. I know how shit STL cons are. They're not all bad. Some of them are.
STL?
St. Louis, I assume.
Damn.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Damn. Hey, Burnout. You're going to have to go after somebody.
No, literally, that wasn't me knocking on St. Louis. I'm just looking at the letters and extrapolating the most likely place it could be. I know he's from St. Louis. That wasn't a knock on St. Louis. That was just my brain being like,
in St.
STL.
Louis. Except don't.
Forget it. I
Yeah,
can't defend myself.
you can get a glimpse at what modern day St. Louis looks like over on Gateway, not post-apocalyptic.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
I have a question. Like, I know Zako's from like fucking Cleveland or whatever, and Burnout's from St. Louis. I wonder which one is worse.
Fun times in Cleveland today.
Like, nobody's ever said I'm going on vacation to Cleveland, so I tend to lean in that direction.
Dude, I
Cleveland,
grew up in
Ohio?
Indiana.
Correct, Cleveland, Ohio,
That one's worse.
or as MJF would say, Cleveland.
Let's read some bits and subs, shall we?
Cool, go for
Yeah,
it.
we're being weird today. This is the weirdest Prince
Oh.
division. Like
This is why I don't talk.
But it's more. It's
Zoran-
fun.
This is not you, Bosco. This is a group effort.
Really? How much wrestling talk has there been tonight?
During the break, and that's it. And now we're talking
I just
about
made a wrestling reference.
And
Cleveland?
just saying.
Cleveland. MJF is a
Cleveland.
wrestler who typed that on Twitter.
Oh well, my head and your joke are clear. That's a touchdown.
English is also hard.
Zacho Duo, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Grizzly Adams. Zoran the Bear, thank you for the raid with a party of
Hey.
174. How's it going, dude?
I know this person.
Oh, did they just
Define-
do it? Oh.
Oh,
Dib
no,
and
it was like
Bibbles.
an hour ago. Define user error, thank you for the 19 months of Prime subbage. Cosmosis45, thank you for the 18 months of subbing. Congrats on how the meeting went. Great job with Big Red Bosco.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. He's a piece of dick. Monkey0953, thank you for the 500 bits. So glad I'll be able to watch you guys live. I'm currently prepping to run a session for my Curse of Strahd group. It'll probably be our last fully in-person session before we swap to partially online because our very consistent 5e fighter is moving halfway across the country.
Oh, I have that.
Cosmosis45, thank you for the 100 bits. Getting on the train. Doppelganger Zaus, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Facepalm. Zacho Duo, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to Just One More Thing. L Robot, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Columbo. Magic Ninjago, 10 years to Spinjitzu, thank you for the 100 bits. Yo, my cat just meowed after the meow on stream.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about Hob. He's been yelling
We
for
didn't
the
hear
past
it.
3 days. Oh, it was picking up on Mike quite a few times. I had to. He's actually in the bathroom right now. I had to relegate him there because he's being a screamy boy. I don't know why. Goblin's being a good girl, but Hob is
Also,
very
Us in the Discord didn't hear him at all.
weird. I definitely could hear him.
Monkey, thank you for the 500 bits. Oh wait, no, I just read that one. Monkey, thank you for the 10 bits. Also, Connor, I have introduced my players to the fart with reverb noise, and it's hilarious. Yes, the only thing that's as funny as a fart is a cough, in my opinion. Coughing is the second funniest human noise. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits. Achoo. Verdian Winter, thank you for the gifting 5 subs to the community. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. Kobe and Zobi are fast asleep. Aw. In furniture and food you don't own. One sweet girl, thank you for the 200 bits. Beautiful job as always, guys. That includes you, Bosco.
Shut up.
Faceless 42, thank you for the 4 bits. Rip Bryant's bank account, Zobi. Why?
Yeah, what the fuck, Monty?
I'm sorry. He's there, and he had access to your TV. So
You
Why-
invited a fey dragon into your home.
I try to be nice for the first time in the campaign, and I'm being punished.
that's what you think. Maybe this is a positive.
Maybe Zobi
Yes,
was
spending my
far
gold is a
wrong.
positive. Great. Can't fucking wait.
Oh.
Also, I'm gonna post something quickly in general. I'm gonna post it in memes as well. But this is Zobi. I think Zenlita made this.
I think I speak for everyone when I say fuck Zobi.
Do what you must. I have already won.
Oh, is that the fucking opossum
That's
or
the-
whatever that broke his
That
bakery and just
opossum that
ate
got-
itself? And they just
Yeah.
found him the next morning. He's just like, I'm not even sorry.
Yeah. Do
what you
must.
will.
I have already won.
Oh, thank you, Monty. That was what I was looking for. What kind of animal is the pink panther? God, you're so fucking stupid. Take me.
That's also courtesy of Zenlita.
Oh, that was what I was looking for.
One sweet girl, thank you for the 100 bits. Hack is great. Dice Ruler, thank you for the 8 bits. Bosco, today I saw Vampire Night on DVD at Walmart. Part of me wants to buy it just to mess with you.
I mean, you could buy it. I'm not in it enough for it to actually matter.
Yes, You could buy it, but then you would own a copy of Vampire Night on
Yeah,
DVD.
and
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that.
Listen, true connoisseurs of Vampire Night don't own Vampire Night, okay? That shit is on Netflix. Or I think
Look,
it
there
is.
are ways
Oh,
to stick it to
God,
me
it
that
is?
don't also then ruin your life.
I think it's on
Jesus.
Netflix. I think Vampire Night is on Netflix, actually.
Yes.
Samurai Champloo is on Netflix. Watch some fucking anime, people.
Oh, Ed,
Watch
I
Cowboy
can't believe
Bebop.
out of all
Listen.
things you would hate the most on Vampire Night, where I could show you so much worse.
Listen,
I don't need it. Sarah,
I-
do you remember
oh.
when we helped our friend? I know that there's worse.
Listen,
Yeah.
all I remember is there was the scene where two guys were licking each other's fingers, and it was really uncomfortable, and I had to stop watching. So you know what? It was real weird.
Over here watching shit anime like Elfen Lied.
I've watched
Whoa.
I've watched Twilight of the Cockroaches. You are like babies.
Please
Faceless
continue,
42,
Connor.
thank you for the 4 bits. Dice Ruler, thank you for the 8 bits. The name Cotton, thank you for the 11 months, almost a year. Good night. I killed Finny Man. Volt551, thank you for the bit. What would you call a Joel Thomas Zimmerman's new album? Dead Mouse Sonata. I've never heard that one before. One Sweet Girl, thank you for the 100 bits. Don't tell me what to do, Bosco.
Or else.
Or else what? Was you going to
Womp
do?
womp
Go to
womp.
fight about it?
What you gonna do?
Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, goodness.
Don't die.
Sorry for bringing up sports and chaos into the chat tonight. Considering I'm also the guy who created a dedicated drinking game to Remy's charisma rolls, you shouldn't be surprised at this point.
I'm sorry in advance, Burnout.
Ondu Tree, thank you for the 123 bits. Grains.
I
of
thought it was
information-
1, 2, 3.
Ondu Tree. Je suis le
Je suis omelette de fromage.
Damn it, I was about to say that. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, that's
La chatte sur la chaise.
La
That's all I can
champion.
say.
Les souris sur la table.
Les enfants terribles.
Oh, fucking. The
Yeah.
terrible children.
The terrible children. Oh, yes. Hello there, liquid.
The right one. Thank you for the 5 bits. Thank you for everything. You all are amazing. You sure? Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 50 bits. What do you call a super buff scarecrow haystacked? And the right one. Thank you for the 5 bits. Also down with the Packers, Bosco.
Dude, when Robbie Gould kicked that field goal to knock them out of the playoffs, it was such sweetness. It was beautiful. I was so happy. Very, very happy.
Zach O'Duo, thank you for the 100 bits. Go Bengals. See you next time, Bosco.
Zocco, you're from Cleveland. You can't fucking do that. You can't root for the Bungles.
And Flustered Bun, thank you for the 100 bits. You guys are killing me tonight with the emotive whiplash, damn it. I got out of tense social situations in my own game. All right, and that's about it. That's about it, really.
Nice. Arkov, who was your suggestion to raid?
I was thinking Zito. I never
Oh.
see.
Oh, we never get to raid Zito. I'm down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's
Yeah,
been streaming a
great
lot
Zito.
more.
He's only been live for 23 minutes.
It's true. Now, on the other hand, fuck Zito, but I'm okay with raiding him.
I blocked him on Twitter.
It's true, but you didn't block him on Twitch, so we're good.
Oh, why?
It's because he was posting video game spoilers of a game I haven't.
What's
finished
the
yet,
raid
so I-
message, though?
Yeah, what should we rate
No
this?
spoilers.
Well, he doesn't watch Prince Division. That doesn't really work.
No, I meant for the other thing.
For me, yeah.
No Monty spoilers.
Monty has not yet completed Endwalker. Because he keeps asking that on Twitter.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
fell for the meme once.
Yeah. How about that? Monty is not started Endwalker. Coward Monty has not started Endwalker.
It's a long ass raid
Monty.
message.
Local
There,
coward.
there you go.
Monty
You can copy
Blue.
it from Arcall.
Arcall, there you go.
All right, get out of here.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Have a good night.
Oh God, I can't click.
Or can't